Hello folks and welcome back to Star Citizen. So this is the beginning of the 2951 International Aerospace Expo. This time I'm here right at the beginning of it. There's like 1 minute until it's supposed to be open over here in New Babbage. So I'm going to cover this kind of like I did the Invictus event. I'm going to record some each day. There's 10 days I think to this one. And I'll post the video as soon as the event is over. There's some ships that are going to be available to rent that I've never flown before. So I'm probably going to make some separate videos on those if I can, but the servers are probably going to be pretty terrible throughout this entire event. It's very laggy over in New Babbage, the entire server has been. Anyways, I really enjoy these types of events, and today is Anvil Day, I believe. If I can find my way through the frames, we're going to head over to the trains and see if we can get over to the Expo Center. Well, it's 8:02 a.m. Pacific time, so it should be open, but... Hello and welcome to the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo audio presentation. Yeah, I'm not going to listen to that right now. I'm going to buy some shirts and stuff because that's part of it. Probably all sold out. Oh, no. These tend to sell out like very quickly, which I find it kind of funny that, you know, items in the game can sell out like this, but usually just kind of buy one of everything. Not that I really run around with, like, clothes on very often, except for usually at these, expos and stuff. Well, today's Anvil Day, so might as well wear some Anvil stuff. All the Anvil ships that are out today are gonna be ones I've already flown or, had before. But I am gonna rent them regardless because, we had that wipe, so I don't have a serious lack of ships. Still got my Invictus jacket. There we go, we're all ready for the expo. Oh, it is open. Awesome. Made it here just in time then. Of course, we have the big old holographs. I think during the Invictus event, they didn't show up over here. Tobin Expo Center is a really cool one. I remember my first year in Star Citizen, it was at Area 18, and that was pretty cool too. What do these sound like?
Anvil Aerospace may have made a name for itself along the front lines with its masterfully built fleet of military craft. But more and more of the company's civilian craft have captured the imagination of the Empire. Look no further than the Anvil Carrack to see a ship that has transitioned easily from its naval origins to the very edges of space as pilots use the ship to chart new territory.
How many of these are there? Is this the same thing here? Yeah. Right. At this year's Expo, we want to celebrate pilots everywhere who boldly take flight to discover new thrills, to seek out adventure, and go further than ever imagined. With the right ship and the right frame of mind, anything is possible. That's why the 2951 Intergalactic Aerospace Exposition would like to encourage everyone to push the boundaries, test the limits, expand what's possible, and dare to fly. What a bunch of canned, generic messages. Interesting that the other two ships out here are small ships. Definitely gonna rent the Carrack because I would really like to do some more with that. My last experience with it wasn't very good, so gonna rent some of all these. Here we got the Pisces Expedition. Go ahead and rent it, why not? I really do like the Pisces, they're fun little ships. And we've got an Arrow, that will come in handy. Arrow is a very, very fun fighter. I think I still own, oh, maybe not. I used to have a paint that was pretty cool for the Arrow. Very, very fun fighter. Of course, we're going to rent the Carrack. Oh, and they got my Hawk over there. I still haven't purchased a new fighter in the live server yet. I'm trying to save up money. No. Getting close to where I can buy one. Rent the Carrack. Now, for those of you who have not seen the Carrack in action and stuff before, I do have a video on my channel using the Carrack. And I give a pretty in-depth tour of it and all that. Likewise, I have one about the Pisces. I don't know if I've used an Arrow in videos before, but it's just a really great little fighter. I know I've used the Hawk before. This used to be my main go-to fighter. I would load it up with scatterguns, laser scatterguns, and this was what I killed ERTs with all day. I love this thing. It's not really the same in the recent patches, but I still really like it. And what do we got over here? Looks like a Hurricane. I still have barely flown these. They're better off with 2 people, of course. I definitely kill lots of them in bounty hunting. Sort of a bizarre ship. But, I had some decent fun with it, bounty hunting. And of course, off to the sides, we've got our component showcases and all that good stuff. They're pretty interesting to look at. It's really surprising how big some of them are when you actually see them up close. A lot of the components got moved to different places. Here in New Babbage at Omega Pro used to be basically the place to get most of the best parts, and it seems like they've moved quite a few off to the new ship store in Orison, among some other places. Carrack is such a cool ship. Is there another ship over here I didn't take a look at? I think this is probably a Hornet. It seems like it's brighter in the expo hall this year. I think the Invictus event felt a lot more dark. Maybe I'm wrong. Now, the Hornets I do love, especially the Hornet, the Super Hornet. This is not a Hornet, though. This is a Gladiator. It's also a good one. I don't know why I thought it was a Hornet. Looks very similar on the front, but, alright, let's go off to, let's see, I think it's the other side of the hall. Oh yeah, we got some armaments over here. It's also surprising how big some of the guns are when you, get up close to them. Those are huge ones. M7A, yeah. Of course, you can buy them all here, but I'm not going to dump my money on parts. I believe, yeah, these attritions. The dominant scatter guns are the ones I used to use a lot. Otherwise, I pretty much use NDBs and Badgers, or Rhinos, or whatever the CFs are available. Okay, let's see if the hall across the way is opened up. It's nice with these events to actually see players around in one place more often. Shame that it drops the performance so much. Oh, here's some of the big CFs. Look at this guy down here. What is that? 667. Okay, let's try Hall 2 and 3. This is cool in here. Nice and dark with the little moon going on. You know, I don't know. Does Lorville have... Oh yeah, it does have display halls and stuff. Here we go. Here's the Hornets and the variants. There is all sorts of them. I believe this is the Super Hornet out here. I love the Super Hornet. Just a really nice ship. Yep. Had a lot of fun with bounty hunting with the Super Hornet. Even just solo, it's fine. What do we got here? Just a different paints? It's just a regular Hornet. That's a cool paint, though. I like the green. Is this the Hornet Ghost? I think this is the stealth one. It would seem. Yep. I don't think I've ever flown the Hornet Ghost. I only recently got into trying stealth stuff with the Aegis Eclipse. Really nice looking paint job on it, though. By the way, I'll go back out just for anyone who wants to see the Carrack right now. I'll go take a look around inside of it once I'm done these hauls, if you're interested in that. If I didn't mention it already, there should be a bunch of timestamps and chapters on the video so you can skip if you don't want to see certain parts. Here's the tracker. This is like the kind of like electronic warfare AWACS kind of version. I don't know a whole lot about this one, but I feel like that paint with the blue. The Hornet Wildfire. Now, this is one that only shows up at expos, and I think you can only buy it on the store. I've never seen one, heard of one for sale in the game. But I will rent it. I have no idea if this one is any different than some of the other Hornets. Kind of just looks like a normal Hornet. Maybe a bigger gun on top. It's got a minigun on there. Pretty cool. And what do we have here? Just a regular Hornet. Okay, I wonder what the other one in the middle was then. The scale of these expo centers is always really cool to me. Huge. I kind of wish they had them open all the time and just had other stuff in here. See, hopefully they got some hollow rooms. I gotta remember to look down below. Aha, they got a Terrapin and a Valkyrie and a, oh, why can't I think of the name? Yeah, it's one of the Vanguards. Terrapin is a really cool ship. I like this paint for it too, like an IAE paint. It's one of those ships that has kind of limited uses at the moment, but it's a really interesting ship. I used to own one. Now, when I say own, I mean in-game credits. I'm not one to dump a ton of money on this game. The Vanguard's also very, very good for bounty hunting. Solid ships. My favorite was the Harbinger because they got some torpedoes with it. I don't know what this is because I know it's a Anvil Lightning. This one's not available to rent. Interesting. Thought it was a... It looks like a Vanguard, kinda. I know some of the days on the expo we're gonna have some ships that are new into the verse that aren't available to buy. Wow, look at the back end of that thing. It's like a crazy DeLorean or something. That's really cool. Can I look at the inside of this thing? No? Guess not. Well, bummer. And the Valkyrie. This is another really cool ship. Unfortunately, playing solo, it's kind of limited in its usefulness. It's fun to load vehicles in it and stuff. I imagine with a crew, it could be a lot more interesting. But I really liked my Valkyrie when I had it. Just a drop ship. Again, kind of limited use. Very specific use. Because it's not got... It's only got a couple small weapons for the pilots. You can load vehicles and such in the back. It's great. See, it's got this nice bay back here. You fit an Ursa and stuff like that in it. And it's got lots of turrets, and it's got these cool doors that slide open on the side that have miniguns that pop out. So it's like one of those things where you could, like, drop people off at a bunker, deploy vehicles, and then, like, orbit, you know, a little bit up, covering the area with miniguns. Just really cool, but very specific use sort of ship. All right, let's get out of here and let's go to the other side and go to the other halls, and then I'll go down below and see what kind of holograms they got going on, if any. This server is going to be full of exploding Carracks for the rest of the day. Everyone's going to be out flying that, me included. I use any excuse I can to go fly a big ship, even if it's for no good reason. Hall 4 through 6 are also closed. Okay, so that's it for the halls. Let's go down below and see if there's anything. Usually they put the ground vehicles down there too, if there's any for the day. Oh, here's a ballista. This thing was just kind of a novelty before. Oh, this is a Spartan. Wait a minute. I thought it looked a little different. We're gonna have to check this out for sure. It's a troop transport. It's like a brother to the ballista. That's really cool. Hold on. I don't have a flashlight. Nice. I mean, again, very niche sort of use for this thing, but this is really cool. I love things like this. Got a nice cockpit too. Got some weapon racks. I hadn't even heard anything about a Spartan. I could see, I mean, especially if there was player bases on planets, I could see a big ship dropping one of these full of people far away, rolling up to go assault the enemy base. It's got a big old chain gun on the top too. I'm definitely going to mess around with that. Maybe I'll do that in conjunction with...
Despite the aerospace in its name, Anvil has hardly been limited to the skies. For example, the tough and rugged Atlas vehicle platform was developed to help conquer the unforgiving landscape found on moons and planets alike. Both the Ballista and the Spartan were both built from this design foundation, proving its adaptability.
Cool. Yeah, I had no idea that was going to be around. Check the other side. During Invictus, we had a bunch of lore right here, but here's the Ballista. The Ballista is so mean. So mean looking. But, I'll rent it. Okay, let's see what we got for holograms. Just, one giant hall with one hologram this time. What in the hellfire is this? This looks awesome. What the hell is this? Oh, the Liberator. It's a transport. Anvil continues its tradition of excellence with the Liberator, an open-air vehicle carrier designed with the same quantum drive and long-distance capabilities of military-spec carriers and pathfinders, but tailored to the civilian market. The Liberator is the ideal carrier to put your fleet on the front line of any operation. I really like ships like this, even if they're not really practical for solo play or anything but specific uses. Ships like this to me are really awesome. I would love to see them being used in their... It looks like something out of Star Wars. Seriously, it looks like something you'd see flying around Coruscant or something. Or a Naboo. I really like that. Huh. Almost like a car from the 80s also. That's really cool. Shame it's only one hologram in here, but hey. Alright, let's go back up top, and I'm gonna go take a quick walk through the Carrack, so if you're already familiar or uninterested, go ahead and skip to the next chapter if you want. Gotta love that big old ramp out of the front of the Carrack. Hopefully I'll have a little bit better luck messing around with this thing this time. Okay. So, going through the bottom level, we've got elevators that go up, docking collar on the side. Go back into the cargo area, which is double leveled on all of these different sections. Nothing really to say about these, just kind of cool. Forward, got some more cargo. Same thing as last time. And again, can hold a fair amount of cargo, this thing. Can't remember the exact SCU. So going forward from there, another elevator to get up around. Got some armor cases, I think here is what those are supposed to be for. Got a going forward into the aft turret out back. Take the elevator up here. Go to the hab deck. All right. Both hallways lead to the same place. This is one thing I really like about the Carrack that I wish a lot more ships had, is the medical section. There's actually like a respawn bed inside. Medical section is actually pretty elaborate. We got a few beds on each side here. Then we got these little medical storage rooms on each side for your miscellaneous medical items, I suppose. And then in here we got what looks like an MRI bed, but it's also the bed you can set your respawn points in. So I really like the med section on this thing. And going forward from there, we've got, I believe, the crew lounge over here. Got our pool table. That's missing for some reason. Hold on. Go back to that. Got the crew bunks, lockers and stuff like that. Some of these are missing and they make me really worried. I believe that's bathrooms in there, or it's supposed to be. This happens sometimes. I don't know why it's not showing up right now. The servers are doing all sorts of weird stuff. Here we got like our big old meeting room, like kitchen and stuff like that. Pretty nice area. And off to the side, I don't remember what this is. Ah, the captain's quarters, yep. He's got a pretty nice office and a chair that actually faces forward, like the Reclaimer. Captain's bunk. That should be a bathroom. Yep, bathroom. And going forward into the lower section of the bridge. Now this is where you would ideally fly from, but there is actually 2 levels to the bridge, which is kind of interesting. Really love the views you get out of the front of this thing, just all glass like this. It's really nice. Okay, so from here, there should be an elevator. Go up to the second part of the bridge. I believe you can actually fly from the upper bridge too. Oops. I've never tried, but I think you can. I know that there's like a station out here. We got a support seat on either side. Got what would be like a map chart. Yeah, it's kind of showing up. Then here you have some other controls and whatnot. Okay, so I think we're on the technical level now, so let's head towards the back. Got escape pods on either side. And what do we have here? I don't quite remember this deck too well. Okay, this is the drone repair bay, I think. I'm pretty sure it's like the little workshop to work on them. And this is, I think, the drone bay. Yeah. And these would be the operator seats, I think. Yep. Now we just need drones. Whenever we do get them, this will be where you control them from. Let's go further back. And we got the hangar, where you can put a little ship back here. It opens up on the top. I had great trouble getting a ship to land in there last time. But, yeah. Cool that it's got its own hangar. The, pretty sure the Pisces, the C8X Pisces are the ones that are meant to be paired with this thing. Land in there. They fit really well. But, back to the side, we have another turret off to the side. Big old hallway going out to the turret. Further back into engineering, you can see those massive, the ends of the massive engines on the back here. Down below, there's like a bit of going into it, lower engineering, where you'd have your components and all that stored on the sides. Empty, of course, but yeah, cool. So wait a minute, what's through these doors? I don't quite remember. Oh right, each side has these little maintenance areas with some more components. Back out of engineering on the other side. These doors on either side lead to sort of a terminal to overlook the engineering area. And we got our turret with a long hallway on the other side. Going back forward, and we're behind the hangar. Yeah. Here's an elevator. We can go up to the next deck. It's a small deck, but it is interesting. The cartography deck. Be interesting to see how the cartography stuff gets used when it gets put into the game. Got our map back here. I really like the idea of it. I'm just curious about how it's going to be implemented and when. And off to the side, should have access. You got these nice window seat outside, escape pod to the back. Then you have an airlock. I remember getting back into the ship from here. See out over the ship, and the hangar's right there. Then you can actually EVA out the side here if you want to. And that's basically it for the cartography deck. Like I said, really small deck. Be a good place to like keep an eye on anyone trying to land in the hangar. Let them know if they're gonna hit or not. And yeah, that basically does it for the Carrack. Alright, well, it's kind of a shame we didn't have more holograms to look at, but we have 9 more days of this to come in here and see the different ships and whatnot. Like I said, some of the days there's going to be ships where I've never flown them before. They're new ones to the verse and stuff. So I'll probably have videos about those ships out before this video. If you're seeing this one, the event is long over. Or not long over, maybe, but anyhow, I guess that'll do it for the expo for this day. I believe tomorrow is RSI. Again, a bunch of ships that I'm very familiar with, so yeah, anyways, I'll see you for the next day of the expo. Alright, and we are back for the second day of the IAE. Today is RSI day, so a lot of these ships I'm pretty familiar with. I've owned or flown at one time or another. However, I'm interested to see if there's something else up here that I'm not familiar with. And we're going to have a look around at all the ships regardless. Okay, we got problems. Oh my god. Well, that's a good way to start the day. Okay, let's try that again. Maybe different elevator or something. So I know that part of RSI Day is going to be the constellations. So I've already done videos on my channel dedicated to each of the constellations before. Except for the Andromeda, but I have used the Andromeda in videos quite a few times. So just saying, if you want a more detailed look at some of the constellations, you can find those videos on my channel. And I'm not going to take a tour through them all right now. Okay, we didn't fall through. So what is the Apex Hall? Hold on. We got 2 different halls today. Interesting. I mean, it looks the same. It's the same, like, lobby in here. Oh, wait a minute. What do we got? I'll cut back to the beginning of this. Okay, let's check out this commercial here.
The mantis is one of nature's most adept predators. Its patience immeasurable. Its focus indomitable. It waits silently for its prey. The adroit hunter positions itself for attack, identifying its unsuspecting target when it's most vulnerable. And then, steeled to the task at hand, the mantis strikes. Its prey never stood a chance.
Whether it's innovative specialty craft, reliable workhorses, or tried and true defenders, the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is where spaceship enthusiasts come to be fun.
They say that some things just don't go out of style. That the true classics never die. Touring, exploration, combat, and now introducing long-haul freight. The all-new Roberts Space Industries Constellation Taurus. Still does it all.
I like how all the commercials are like real world like car commercials here in America. Anyways, let's see what we got up here. Oh boy. Yep, we got all the Connies out here. Now I have all the constellations at the moment because they're the subscriber ships, so I'm not going to bother renting them. And like I said, I've got videos on all these. The most recent one was, I did a video on the Taurus. The Aquila is probably my favorite out of all the constellations. It's kind of expensive, but I just really love the cockpit compared to the other ones. It's got a much better field of view out of it. Let's take a little walk around these. Of course, it's super laggy down here. The servers are pretty bad during the expos. And over here we got, is this one the Taurus? Kind of hard to tell the shade of color on it from here. I think that's the Andromeda. Yeah. I love the Andromeda. It's a really great ship, just all around. I've been using it a lot since 315 came out. Since it's the subscriber ship, I've been using it for a lot of things. Here we have the Taurus. And, of course, the Phoenix. Okay, that hall is closed. We got the same armament gallery out here today. Let's see what we got over in the side hall. And here we have our little fleet of Auroras, of course. I really love the Auroras. It's still the only ship that I actually own is a Aurora MR. And I honestly did quite a bit with it when 315's wipe came, and I had nothing for a while. I was doing bounty hunting in it, I was running boxes in it, doing a bunch of stuff with it. They're just nice little ships. I haven't really tried the variants too much, so I might rent some of these just to mess around with them. The variants are pretty cheap to buy. All the Auroras are fairly inexpensive. Aurora MR, that's the one I have. The one I rented first is like the combat variant of the Aurora. And the Aurora LX. I don't actually know what this one is. Oh, right. It's a Pathfinder. Okay. Nice. Now, the RSI Mantis is another ship I've owned in-game before. I never actually used it too much, but like that commercial showed, it does have a quantum interdiction drive or quantum enforcement drive, which is pretty cool. And it's a really cool looking ship on the outside and on the inside. But for how I play the game, I didn't get a lot of use out of it, but I do like it. I really like the cockpit on it. Very clean. And it's got an interesting shape to it, of course. CL. Light freight. All right. And what is this one? Is this the LN? No, the ES. ES, another Pathfinder, eh? Alright, and there you have it for the Auroras and the Mantis. I don't know if I've used the Mantis in a video before or not. I think maybe I did. Maybe not, though. It is an interesting ship. I just don't have as much use for it as someone who does, like, PvP probably would. I'm not sure it's really a good PvP ship, but it is unique in the fact that it has that quantum enforcement drive. Okay, let me look around the other side, see if there's another hull open. I don't think there is. Then we'll go down below and see if we got anything interesting in the holograms. Looks like it's all closed up over here, so alright.
Since its introduction in 2712, the RSI constellation has been reimagined countless times, proving itself as varied and long-lived as Robert Space Industries itself. It has been a cargo hauler, an explorer, a luxury liner, and more. When asked what's next for the constellation, RSI designer Deshandra Lewin said, "Whatever it is, we will always strive to balance innovation with the tested features that pilots have come to rely upon."
Right. Down we go. So I'm not sure if all the RSI stuff is in the Apex Hall. I wonder what the Zenith Hall is, because I'm pretty sure the Zenith Hall was where I was yesterday. Here we have the Ursa rover. This is actually one of the first things I bought. Well, I bought one for that Taurus video. In-game, anyways. Ursa rovers, really cool little ground vehicles. Anything over on the other side? Nope, just an open area. All right, let's go have a look at the holograms. Oh, I feel like I've seen... What is this? Two different ships? Or is it just a mirror image of the same one? It is, okay. Interesting. I feel like I know what this is, but I'm not going to say it yet. Look at all the guns on the top of that thing, though. The RSI Scorpion. Heavy fighter. With an adaptable bi-wing configuration and revolutionary rail-mounted remote turret, the Scorpius, pardon me, offers unprecedented fire coverage, allowing for both defensive and assault-minded applications. Pretty mean looking. It's like a freaking arrow tip or something with a bunch of guns on top. Cool. Oh, I know this one, I think. That is really cool looking. Again, it kind of looks like a boat, like a yacht or something. Nice. Look at the back of this thing. Wow. Pretty wild from behind. What do we got? Ah, yes, the RSI Perseus. I feel like we've looked at this one before, but yeah, it's a gunship. When RSI set out to make the definitive modern statement in persuasive prevention, they looked into their own past to the historic gunships designated Perseus. Capable of shredding sub-capital class Goliaths, the mere presence of a Perseus gunship in a blockade or patrol squad is enough to make your most aggressive enemies think twice before engaging, just like its vintage namesake. I really want to fly one of these whenever they come out. That's really cool looking. Yeah, I think we've looked at it before, but anyways. Again, I think I've seen this one. Again, it's got a crazy profile from the back. Alright, what do we got? I can't remember all the names of these. Ah, yes, the Polaris. A Corvette. Nice, we only have the Hammerhead as a Corvette class in the game right now. The Polaris is a nimble Corvette class capital ship that packs a powerful punch with a full armament of turrets and torpedoes, intended for use, both as a naval patrol ship and to serve as the flagship of militia operations. Polaris has the capacity to perform search and rescue operations, light strike missions, and general security patrols. The Polaris includes the facilities to repair, rearm, and refuel a single fighter, light bomber, or support ship. It's kind of hard to make out a ton of details about it just from this hologram. I mean, that's kind of always the case, but alright, I guess that'll do it for the holograms down here. I think that's basically it for this hall. I'm gonna go see if there was something in the other hall that I'm missing. Not sure why they would have two halls open up, but why is the Anvil hall still open? Well, anyways, we've already been through here. That's weird. I've never seen that happen before. Usually they just have one brand at a time, but okay. Well, anyways, that'll do it for RSI Day, Day 2. So tomorrow we have Aegis Dynamics, which I'm really looking forward to because there's going to be some really cool ships there that I'm definitely going to rent and mess around with, and probably some that I haven't seen before. So we'll return with Day 3 momentarily. Today should be Aegis Dynamics. Should be open about right now, so let's go have a look. Alright, looks like we got some different ads. I'm going to watch these. I like these commercials here. Hold on. I'll cut to the beginning.
Life in the city comes at you at 1,000 meters a second. According to a recent study, the average city dweller is subjected to over 60,000 forms of stimuli on any given day. That much information beamed into your brain. It's not surprising that some people can react a little differently. Desmond Flay, known as Des to his friends and family, was by all accounts a quiet and respectful young man, which made his actions on March 8, 2938 even more surprising. It was described as a joyride like no other. A high-speed chase in the skies that covered several hundred miles of dense urban airspace. Within an hour, he had thousands of adoring fans who watched the authorities scramble to catch him. But Des saved his best surprise for last.
Whether it's stepping into an unknown system, coasting a well-traveled route to the sun, how you get there is not the fun. Find your next craft of choice with the 2951
When captured, local police asked why he did it. Des reportedly took a look around, smiled, and said, "Just wanted some peace and quiet."
pilot each and every day. This unique portrait series features pilots from around the universe.
See your local ship dealer for financing options. Certain restrictions apply.
Welcome to the 2951 Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. This celebrating those dared to fly. Pilots across the universe.
Alright, those are the only two commercials. Aegis really does their commercials more like cinematics. RSI's commercials were like modern car commercials. I see we got a Reclaimer in the main hall right here, of course. I've done a video on the Reclaimer. I really love that ship. Even if it doesn't have a lot of uses right now, this thing is such an interesting ship to explore and to fly. So if you want to see more about the Reclaimer, check my channel. I've got a video on it, like I said. Used to have one of these in the game. Took forever to get the money to buy that. And the wipe removed all that. Anyways, what do we got over here? Saber Comet. Very cool. Definitely try that one out. I have limited experience with the Saber. I have flown a Saber before, done some bounty hunting with it. And this is the stealth version of the Saber, apparently. Not real familiar with it, though. But I do remember liking the Saber. And over on this side, we got what? Just a regular Saber. Yep, this is the one I've flown before. I don't think I've flown the Comet. So there you go. Reclaimer and a few Sabers. Reclaimer just takes up the entire hall in here. It is such an impressive ship. All right, let's go over to the side hall. Man, I missed having one of these. It may have been a pain in the ass to fly, and may have had limited use, but it is such a cool ship. Such a monster. All right, now this one this is the Redeemer, isn't it? Yeah. This one I've never flown before. This is one of the newer ships into the verse. I would really like to make a video on this ship, so I might do that today or tomorrow while I have it. You get rentals for 2 days during this event. Plus you get to rent them on the last day of the event, all of them again. But a lot of people have been talking about this ship and flying it around. I'm not sure if this is going to be really something I can do a ton with in solo play, but and we got some Avengers over here on the side. I have flown the Avenger Titan before. This one. Not real familiar with the Avengers. Don't have a lot of experience with them. When I flew the Titan, I was very new to the game still. And we got a Avenger Stalker. So the first ship I purchased with in-game credits, since the wipe, was a Anvil Aero, which I got yesterday and got all the parts for it. Having a lot of fun with that. Making bounty hunting much easier than running around with a one of the constellations. Avenger Warlock. Sorry, I didn't say the name. Now this looks like a Sentinel paint job. I'm not familiar with what this is. Titan Renegade. Light Freight. Again, I'm not real familiar with these ships. But anyways, all right. Don't really have a whole lot to say about them since I have limited time with them. And let's go. I know there's more ships, so I'm gonna guess they opened the other side of the hall or something. There's gonna be so many people that are unfamiliar with the Redeemer trying to take off with this thing out of a heavy atmosphere and just having a hell of a time. I can just feel it. The first time I tried to take off with this thing out of Microtech, it was a disaster. It's really difficult to take off with if you're down on a planet with a like normal atmosphere. It's a monster. You basically just have to go straight up. Okay, so for the first time during the event, we have Hall 4 and 5 open. Okay, got a space rock, asteroid, or whatever. I think during Invictus they had ships that were in these areas of the halls, but... Alright, we got an Eclipse in here, and we got the, oh, why can't I think of the name? Retaliator. I really like the Retaliator. I just wish I had better luck with it in the past. It's kind of hard to solo crew because you have no guns. The Eclipse, I've made a video on as well. I haven't made a video specific for the Retaliator. I was hoping to wait until I had some, like a friend or my brother on or something to multi-crew it with me, but I have used it in videos. The Aegis Eclipse is just such a cool ship. For going after ERTs, this is really invaluable if you know what you're doing with it. Going after hammerheads, you can just one-tap them with torpedoes. Really cool ship. Again, if you want to see a video just specifically about the Eclipse, I have one on my channel. Retaliator is a difficult ship to love, especially if you're a solo player. It has got a ton of firepower in it. Of course, you got a lot of turrets for if you have multi-crew, but it's got some really, really mean torpedoes. The problem with this thing, as opposed to the Eclipse, though, is that you're going to be detected from a long ways away. So you're not going to be able to sneak in and throw a torpedo and disappear without them seeing you, like the Eclipse. This thing is meant to be seen. There you have it. Hall 4. Let's check Hall 5. And this is the hall where we got all of our Vanguards. I mostly have experience with the Vanguard Harbinger. I know the Sentinel is very, very popular. I haven't flown one too much, so I might go do some of that today. This is the electronic warfare variant of it. But the Harbinger I got because it had some torpedoes on it. And, yeah, that was a big selling point for me, because I'm not doing PvP anyways. The Warden, I don't know why the Warden is so much more expensive. I know that there's differences between these ships. I'm not an expert on them. Like I said, most of my experience is with the Harbinger, not Wardens or Sentinels or the Hoplite. In fact, I don't think I've ever even been in the Hoplite. So maybe I'll take a look at that while it's here. I know it's a drop ship, so it's kind of very specific use for it. Harbinger? Okay, so this must be the Hoplite. I know I'm not looking in these ships right now. I suppose I'll take a look in the back of these Vanguards real quick just to show you how they differ. So here's the Hoplite. I've also never been in the Hoplite, so I wanted to... Yeah, so it's a drop ship. Basically just got chairs for extra crew. Bunch of weapon racks. It seems kind of weird to have a ship, to have a Vanguard as a drop ship. I'm not sure who uses these things in the game, if anyone does. I can understand their utility for sure. It's just not something you really see in the game yet. People doing. Pretty standard cockpit, alright? And the Harbinger is pretty basic back here. Got some living stuff. Got a locker, a little kitchenette. See the torpedoes here. Got a few beds. Bathroom on the side. Yeah, it's a nice ship. I really liked this thing. It always feels good to me to have like a compartment for living like this in a ship, even if it's kind of, you know, not that useful for you. I guess it's just an immersion thing, but weapon locker that slides out. I like that. Not very familiar with the Warden. I think I've flown it before, but I don't remember what the inside is like. Okay, so it's basically the same as the this weapon locker. Oh no, the bathroom's on this side. Okay. I mean, it's a little bit different. There's an engineer station, okay. Locker, beds. It's probably a weapon. Yeah. Weapon rack. So yeah, kind of the same thing. Just with an engineering station. Now, I know the Sentinel has a really cool interior. I've seen it before, but yeah, it's got all this technology stuff, I guess is the only way I can explain it. Got an engineer station and these screens and stuff right here. Bathroom on the side. Storage lockers, munition locker. I really like the look of this thing on the inside. Pretty cool. Gonna have to fly this today. Alright, let's go have a look at the hologram rooms, and then for anyone who's here that doesn't want to go to another video, I'm gonna show you around the Redeemer, I guess, since I'm already familiar with it. But first, let's go see if they got anything interesting down in the hologram room. It's going to be a quick tour, though. Not going to spend too long in there. It's a big ship. Nothing over here, alright. No ground vehicles. Maybe on the other side. Although, Aegis... Yeah, no ground vehicles this time. Okay, well, let's have a look at the holograms, if there's any. No, just one. Again. Or maybe there's another one over there. Is this, though? Interesting. Interesting profile from the back there. Not sure what this is. Aegis Nautilus. With 4 centuries of distinguished service under its belt, the Aegis Dynamics Nautilus Tactical Mine Layer, oh, right, represents the ultimate in strategic combat engineering with fully integrated mine deployment, sweeping, and disarming capabilities. So this is another one of the ships that is going to have very limited use, obviously. I like ships like this that are like, have weird jobs, I guess. So a mine layer sounds very interesting to me. Not sure how practical it'll be, at least in the current state of the game, but I can envision some scenarios in which it would be useful. Okay, oh, whoa. This is a chunky one. This thing is awesome looking. This is more my style right here. Oh, it almost kind of has a Redeemer look to it. What is this thing? The Aegis Vulcan. Medium repair and medium refuel. Nice. Refuel, repair, rearm. Become a one-person support crew with Aegis Dynamics' versatile Vulcan. Supplying aid to pilots on the fly, whether pinned down under heavy fire and in need of ammunition, low on quantum fuel after an ill-planned jump, or stranded in unknown space with a busted thruster. A pilot in distress can always count on a Vulcan and its cadet of drones to lend speedy, efficient assistance. This sounds like something I'm really going to want to get. I love ships like this. Okay, so basically that does it for Day 3, Aegis Dynamics Day. But like I said, I'm going to show you around the Redeemer a little bit, just in case you're here and you want to see it now. If you don't want to see it, you know, skip to the next chapter in the video. So I'll go up in the main elevator right here. Which is a very unique elevator. Go up. I had so much fun flying this ship when I owned it. It's a shame I didn't get to have it for longer, but it took so long to get the 15 million Alpha UEC to pick it up. Okay, so starting from the cockpit, you have your pilot seat on the left, claw operator seat on the right. I don't know if you saw that thing under the ship out when we were outside, but that is a giant grabber claw arm. It's not something that actually functions at the moment, but I imagine it will at some point. Just like so many other things. And on the left and the right here, you have tractor beam operator seats. Obviously, for heavy salvage, this would be something that would be pretty vital to be doing. In theory, I'm just curious how they're going to actually implement that when the ship is finished. It's been around for a long time and it's still not done. Kind of the story of a lot of ships in this game. Anyways, going towards the back, we have some support stations and remote turret stations in this section right here. These ships have a really cool secondhand, like, used look to them that I really, really love. And here you can see, you know, the grinder area of the ship where, say, potentially a bunch of scrap would get dropped in the top, drop down here, get ground up, and it would be dropped into the lower decks for salvage, which we'll see in a minute here. Or I guess maybe upper decks. The ship is kind of tall. Here, hold on. Let's go up. It's definitely one of the tallest ships ever. And you get some serious Aliens vibes in this thing. I love it. So I think we're on the habitation area, kind of. And here we have a drone room, or what will be a drone room, where you would potentially deploy the drones and work on them and stuff like that. Because right here you have a few drone operator seats, actually. A few stations for that. Turret access right here. I'm not going to go into all the turrets, but they, yeah. Gravity generator room. This is a really cool piece of the ship. It actually visually looks different than the first time I saw it, I think. I don't recall it being quite like that. Really cool, though. Going forward, past the drone room. Got some escape pods on the side. And over on the right side, what do we have? I don't remember. Just a little utility room. forward from there. Docking collar off the side. You could get up and out if you wanted to. And one of my favorite parts of this ship, the crew, kitchen area. I really like this space. Definitely massive aliens vibes in this entire ship, but especially right here. And the seats are actually up. You can sit on them. That's different. I'm pretty sure when I had the ship, either I couldn't sit on these seats or they were always stuck down. I don't remember. But yeah. Going forward. Off to our right, we got some crew bunks and whatnot. Kind of dark in here. Yep, just crew bunks and then crew showers and bathrooms and stuff like that. And on the other side, we got captain's quarters. So yeah, this was a complaint I had about this ship. You could sit in the chair, but it's like facing the wrong way and you couldn't turn it around. But still, the captain's got a pretty nice big area. Considering what kind of ship this is, everything's a little worn out looking, but that's part of the charm. Captain's bedroom, captain's bathroom. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, the messed up reflection is still there. That's great. Okay, going forward, there's some ladders going back down. You got airlocks on either side. And we got another elevator over here. Okay, let's go ahead and go into the cargo hold. This is an impressive elevator, by the way. It's really big. If you go all the way to the bottom like we're about to. Shows you how tall this ship is, just on the inside. And so we have our area where we actually put, cargo that you load up with. Not very big. Not really what the ship is meant for, but it can hold a good amount of cargo. This is where that's done. Go up to the salvage hold. So this is where everything from the upper decks would potentially get dropped down to be stashed. All your salvage and everything. Not a very big compartment, but there's a much bigger area above it, so let's go up to that. So this is the big cavernous area out the back. I suppose theoretically where you'd have all your junk that you brought into the ship that you want to break down manually and move around manually and stuff like that. Pretty big area. This drops down to where we just were. Got a lift. So the next level up is just the balcony that overlooks this. No need to go up there. Okay, and that'll basically do it for day 3, Aegis Dynamics Day. I am going to try to make a video with the Redeemer. I feel pretty horrible, though, so I don't know. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But if you're seeing this, any videos I made of ships that I have during the event have already been posted, so. So the next day is Iopa, Soli, Asperia, and Gatak Manufacturing. It'll be a bunch of alien ships and then things like the Talon and the Blade and the Glaive and stuff like that tomorrow. So that should be interesting as well. Anyways, see you for day 4. Okay, we're back for day 4. And I'm sure I mentioned before the cut what ships were today. Should be a bunch of different alien ships and whatnot. Let's try not to get eaten by an elevator again. See if we got any commercials. I missed these the first day. I noticed while editing this video. I'll cut back to the beginning of whichever plays and we'll watch it.
Ready to learn more about the manufacturers and ships on display? The all-new 2951
With courage!
All right, just the 2 commercials. Cool. Those are well done. All right. I see a bright white prowler out there. Obviously, the IAE paint. Star Citizen working just as it's intended. All right, so we got the new Defender on the left. I have loved this ship before in the past for doing PvE bounties. Just, well, after swapping out the weapons anyways, and I'm not really a fan of the ones they come with. But this one worked really well for me for PvE bounty hunting. Very cool ship. I've done a video on most of the alien reproduction ships before. There's a video on my channel called The Alien Fleet. The only ones I was missing, I think, was the Talons. So I've shown off the Defender and the Prowler before, and this one. This one was a real bummer for me to fly. It fell apart so easily. I wonder if they've fixed anything with it yet. It's such a cool looking ship, the Blade, but it's like 3.3 million or 3.4 million or something, and it just falls apart. The guns suck. I don't know. It needs a lot of help, but I like it because it looks like a Cylon ship or something from Battlestar Galactica. Really, really cool looking ship. I wish it wasn't so messed up. Still got our armaments and stuff over here. I noticed they are swapping these out. There's different guns up and stuff. So the Cartual. This is such a cool and fun ship to fly. It's really light, but you can put some CF447s on this thing. And just a really fun ship, really unique. Let me just show you what I mean real fast because I love this part of it. And I love how it opens up like a butterfly or a flower or something when you're flying it. It's really interesting looking.
Systems on.
But yeah, this is a fun ship. I love doing bounties with this. I have no problem going up to VHRTs and stuff with it. Love this thing. It's not terribly expensive too, as far as I remember. Cruising around. I have flown the Talons before. They're not really my favorite, to be honest, but they are awesome looking. You have the Talon, and then the Talon Strike has more missiles to it, which is this one. Again, really awesome looking ships. Really looks like a bird, especially once you're underway with it. And we have our regular Talon over here. They are really fun ships to fly. Just not really my favorite for PvE bounty hunting, which is what I base most of my experience off of and most of my comments off of when it comes to using these things in combat, since I don't PvP. So this one, I did fly around a little bit in my Orison video, and I've had bad luck with this ship because the other times I've tried to fly it, people have gunned me down in it. But it's such a cool looking ship. Or yeah, this is the one, the Glaive, yeah. Or maybe it was the Scythe I flew around in the Orison video, because it was like really asymmetrical. This one is symmetrical. Still really cool looking. I think this might have been the one I got blown up on the pad with in one of my videos in Port Olisar. Really cool. And of course we got our Prowler. That skin actually looks really cool on it, that white skin. This one's a dropship, of course, and I know a lot of people, or at least used to use this thing for bounty hunting. I've tried that, but I've never had a lot of fun doing it, and it's kind of sluggish to fly around. So I didn't use it a ton. It's one of those things, you know, it's a dropship, so it's one of those ships that it seems like it'd be kind of rare to have this thing be used for its intended purpose very often, at least with the game in its current state, but such an epic looking ship. Looks like a freaking dinosaur just sitting there. So that hull over the side is closed, and this hull is closed. Interesting, so everything's kind of all out. Let me see if there's any other hulls opened up. Looks like they don't. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll go down below, see if we got any cool holograms, as usual. I really wish they would give this one, the Blade, a little bit more love and fix it, because I think this would be an awesome ship to fly around with more often. It's got a really distracting HUD on the inside too. It's cool, it's like red hue, but it's very bright and very in your face. But it's a cool ship. Just wish it wasn't so messed up. Nothing over on this side. See if they got any ground vehicle on the side. I know AOPA does have the Nox, just like a little, you know, space motorbike. So, yep, that's what we got over here. These are fun. I am not real experienced with the bikes like these, but they're fun. Whenever they release the bikes that are actually on the ground, I can see having a lot of fun with them. But these ones, I always have a bit of a hard time flying. It's really cool looking, though. Just a few things today. What in the world is... That looks like something out of No Man's Sky. It looks like a little drone. What the hell is this? That's kind of cool. What in the world? Gattac Raylin. Gattac's first foray into the human market, the Raylin is an elegant interspecies vessel perfect for any human or Xeon, I'm still not sure how to say that, pilot looking for a safe, reliable solution for commercial medium-grade cargo hauling, so it's much bigger than it looks. It is a prime example of why the Zhan Empire has trusted House Gattac with its production of its industrial vessels for centuries. Interesting, it's a cargo ship. Yeah, it's got to be much bigger than it appears here then. Well, that makes me a little even more interested, because I love cargo ships. And what do we have here? Okay, kind of looks like a shrunken Carrack from that angle. What is this? I like the back profile of it there with those engines like that. That's cool. I wish these fucking NPCs would get off the fuck. I want to read this, lady. You're going to have to get out of the way. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's the Banu Merchantman. This is the one where you're going to be able to set up like shops inside of it. Banu traders are renowned for their merchant prowess, traveling the space lanes and trading with everyone they meet. Their sturdy, dedicated trading ships have proven themselves suited to the task and are so prized that they are frequently passed down from generation to generation of Banu. Yeah. This one, don't let this hologram deceive you. This thing is allegedly going to be absolutely massive. I've read a little bit about this thing, about how you'll be able to set up, well, shops and stuff inside of it. It's basically like a flying market, which does sound very intriguing. I would be interested to see the actual scale of this, though. So, fairly simple expo today, but that's fine. The alien ships are a lot of fun. I am going to go out and fly them around and stuff. But again, I've already done a video on most of them. The only ones I didn't make a video on was the Talon. Actually, the Glaive, too. I didn't record the Glaive. So tomorrow is Crusader and Tumbril land systems, which is going to be awesome because I'll get to try out the Ares, the Ion and Inferno. And yeah, so I'll catch you in a second for the next part of the expo. Alright, Expo Day 5. Should be Crusader and Tumbril, I think. First things first, though, gotta see if there's any commercials to watch.
At Crusader Industries, we believe that our values are more than a standard of behavior. They're our legacy and our inspiration. We don't defend them through sheer size or firepower alone. We ally ourselves with those who share our core beliefs. We make sure the real heroes make it to where they're needed most. At Crusader Industries, we know that lifting up others...
I'm sorry. Due to inactivity, we have been forced to...
We understand the allure of the light. We hear the call of the dark. Our legacy is one of precision in design.
Warning. You are blocking an active flight bay. Please vacate...
Capable duality. The push and pull, seemingly opposing forces, working in concert to create a consonant equilibrium. The Archimedes and the Merlin. Duality of design. Kruger, precision, perfected.
Initiating ship storage procedure. For your safety, please vacate the area. Thank you for your cooperation.
Innovative specialty craft.
In conjunction with Bering, we are currently crafting the most devastating Psi-7 mountable ship cannon ever devised. The SF-7, being prototyped in both ballistic and laser control.
Initiating ship storage procedure. For your safety, please vacate the area.
Designed to
Thank you for your...
capital-class vessels. Of course, with a weapon so refined, the task at hand is to try and design an equally sophisticated ship to wield it. Even with this prototype, Crusader is up to the task.
Sorry about all the people talking over the commercials there. You know, I landed my ship in where I was supposed to, and they decided to impound it anyways. It's good to see that that's still a thing. Anyways, cool commercials. Interesting that they threw in a Kruger commercial in the middle of that. Now, I love the Starlifters so much. I had one bought with Alpha UEC before the wipe. C2, anyways. So I've actually already done a video about the a few of the Starlifters, and I've also used it in a few different videos for a few different things, including one video where we loaded up one of these tanks in it and deployed it. That was pretty fun. I love these things, especially the C2. I haven't really flown the A2 much, but yeah, there's a video on my channel called The Starlifters where I do a pretty in-depth look at the M2 over here, as well as the C2. And I've also had a pretty good look at the Tumbril Nova in that video, where I load one into a C2 and go blow some stuff up with it. The tanks are a lot of fun. And I'm gonna guess this is the A2. Yep. I have flown this thing. I had one in the PTU. Just, I don't know, I guess for free. But this one is the bomber variant. And generally speaking, it's basically the same on the inside as the other ones. It's a little bit different, I guess. Like, out the back, we got these bays for extra ordnance and the bombs, which are now in the game. And they're pretty damn impressive looking when they explode. But basically up top, it's the same thing as the other C2s, or the other Starlifters, pardon me. Looks like we got the hull across the way open today, instead of that one. Let's go have a look what the other ones are. Again, I'm really excited to fly the Ares, the Inferno, and the Ion. I was watching Captain Burks doing some PvP in the Inferno and the Ion, and they look like really fun ships to fly. Alright. Looks like we got the Ares out here, and we got an MSR. I love the MSR. The Ares they're so mean looking. I mean, look at that. This has got, what is this, the Ion? I'm not real familiar with these yet, yeah. Size 7 weapon on it. And I've seen it in action in PvP and PvE from Captain Burks, and holy hell is it brutal. I would like to just like have a look at it though. Does it have a, let's get into it for a second. I'm just curious if there's like a cabin or anything in it, or if it's all just a cockpit. Really like the view from the cockpit here. That gun is just so cool. Looks like it's just a cockpit here. I'm not sure if there's like a cabin or anything like that. That's what I was curious about. Trying to get around behind it to look at it. I don't think I'm going to be able to. Kind of backed right up to the edge here. I suppose I could prone over there. Yeah, I don't see any other way in. And here we have the Inferno, I guess. And what do we got here?
Although Crusader Industries might be best known for their transports, Their recent introduction of the Ares starfighter shows that the charity-minded manufacturer is taking a new approach to helping citizens across the Empire, and more specifically, those who live on Crusader itself. With recent attacks by well-outfitted groups like Xenothreat and the Nine Tails becoming all too common, it's easy to see why a powerhouse like the Ares has added to their lineup.
Starfighter Inferno. And this one has a massive gun on it too. And this one is kind of like the A-10 Warthog of Star Citizen. It's such a satisfying sounding gun. Anyways, let's rent it. I didn't actually know that this one was black. For some reason I thought they were both the same color. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm definitely going to do some flying in this one and the Ion, since I'm bounty hunting a lot lately anyways, so I might record that separately. Anyways, here's the Mercury Star Runner. This is another really, really nice ship. Really good multi-role, can do a bit of everything in it. You can hold a good-sized vehicle. It's okay at fighting. It's obviously better with the crew. But I do have a video using the MSR exclusively in a video on my channel if you want to see a detailed tour of it. I just really like this thing. That back view is amazing also. Okay, let's see if we got any other halls open. I know Tumbrel is out today, so there's probably some rovers around and stuff like that. I'm not sure if they have their own hall or if they're just going to be down by the hologram room. Okay, I think the other halls are closed up here, so let's go downstairs. Yeah. Okay, so we got a bunch of Cyclones here. I'm not going to rent any of these because I already bought a few of them in-game. But, yep, Cyclones are a lot of fun. Really fun to cruise around in, especially the RC, this one right here. It's super, super fast. And you got your standard one, and there's like a recon one, there's a few that have guns on them. We'll see if they're over here. There's actually one that is anti-aircraft as well, but I questioned the usefulness of it because it's got really small missiles. And only a couple of them. Is it this one? Cyclone M. Oh, the MT. I don't think I've used this one before, actually. This one's pretty heavily armed. Maybe I have. I don't know. I'll rent this one. Oh, yeah, this is the anti-aircraft one. I've seen the Ballista do some pretty mean things against ships, but I can't imagine this one would be super effective, just because of the lack of ammo and the size of the missiles. Oh yeah, the TR too. Forgot there was two armed ones like this. But anyways, cool. Let's see what they got on display in here. Yeah, these are the these ones. I'm not really a fan of like the spaceship hover bike things. I'm sorry, the name is eluding me. Like the Nox and stuff like that. The Dragonfly. I'm not really a fan of those, but these look really cool. Actual ground motorcycles. I'm pretty sure I read the info about these in the Invictus video, but yeah. The Tumbrel Ranger TR. With a powerful frame, proprietary X-Tech adaptive tread tires, and reactive response precision steering and braking, the Tumbrel Ranger lets you embrace the renegade spirit of the open road while staying thoroughly grounded. But adventure doesn't always go to plan, so get out of my way, NPC. So the Ranger TR comes equipped with dual weapon mounts to make sure you're more than covered. I'm not sure why they have the NPCs do this, get in the way of these things, but anyways. And what the heck do we have? Oh, is this the Starliner? Oh, I want one of these so bad. You have no idea. I love ships like this. So this is basically going to be the 747 of the verse. It's such a cool looking ship. It looks like something straight out of Coruscant or something like that in Star Wars. Yep, the Crusader Starliner. Or Crusader Genesis Starliner, pardon me. The Genesis is yet another landmark in Crusader Industries' proud history of transport designs. This ship utilizes award-winning manufacturing techniques and highest quality parts to create one thing: a next-generation passenger ship at a price that won't break your budget. Well, I hope it's not going to be terribly expensive because I'm definitely going to get one. I would love to, I mean, the only practical use for it would be to ferry people like other players around, which I would love to do. Unless they decide to put in like NPCs that you can transport so that I can actually like, you know, do it that way. I really, really want a Starliner. These things are like right up my alley. I really like the, I think that's the first time I've seen the back profile of it too. That's cool. Get a look at it from the front. Yep, I love it. I really want one. As much fun as I have doing combat and stuff in this game, sometimes I just want to chill out and drive around a big ship and haul stuff and whatnot. Okay, I mean, that will do it for day 5 of the expo. So, day 6 coming up in a minute will be Origin Jumpworks, which is great because I'll be able to rent an 890 jump again. I've only tried to fly one of those once, and that was exiting Orison. When Orison was brand new in the PU. And, yeah, the hangar ate the ship, and I died, so I would like to try that again. I'm pretty familiar with them, obviously. I've done a lot of FPS missions on them, but anyways, we'll be back with Origin in just a minute. All right, Origin Day. So let's go find out which hall we gotta go to. Okay, so we gotta go to Apex Hall. I didn't notice this the last few times I've been in here. As usual, let's check out the commercials before we head up.
Maybe you're into touring the galaxy's more out-of-the-way destinations. Or you're known for your speed and tenacity. You always deliver. Perhaps you're a peacemaker, taming a wild galaxy. Whatever calls to you, choose your lifestyle. With the 100 series from Origin. Through unforgiving lands, across the impossible expanse, a mirage calls, a distant oasis. We chase what most consider myth. Pursue an obsession. That's what pushes us to greatness. The oasis. It's real. The 400i by Origin Jumpworks.
All right. I like how Origin makes its commercials like luxury car commercials, you know, in the real world. I actually forgot about the 400i. I wonder if they have one of those here. Because if they do, that would be fantastic. And here we have the 890 jump. I'm pretty familiar with the 890 jump. I've only tried to fly it once, so I'm gonna change that after the expo. And it's just a massive ship, but of course we have these FPS missions that you can do in those, so I've been in it quite a few times. If I have the time, I might make a video on it, actually doing some things with it. And over here we got the 600i, which I also have a video on my channel covering the 600i as well as the 600i Touring. And they're ships that I didn't really like initially, and they started to grow on me. I bought one with Alpha UEC shortly before the wipe. Sad. But yeah, they're really good ships. It's impressive that they put this one in the same hull as the 890 Jump. Barely fit in here. I'm not going to give tours of these right now because they're too big, and I've already got a video about the 600i. The 890 is, it's much more impressive when you see it sitting in a showroom like this than when you just go in and clear out enemies from them. It's just ridiculous. Okay, looks like the hall over there is closed. You know, this is interesting. I didn't know that it actually, I mean, I guess I assumed that there was a cargo bay that dropped, but I'd never tried opening it before. Interesting. They have another one in the, yeah, okay. Looks like we got the 100i series in here. These are really fun ships. I've only flown this one, the 100i, but they're pretty inexpensive and they're a good starter ship. I did some PvE bounties in it with some better parts. They're just solid little ships. Forgot to rent the 600i, whoops. But yeah, I mean, they got nice interior, they're really nimble, they're fun to fly, you can put a box in them. Definitely a good starter. Just rent this, I totally forgot. Okay, anyways, let's go over to the, wait a minute. Almost missed these. So they got all, looks like they got all of the 100i's in here. Or the 100 series in here, rather. We got something to listen to.
Perpetually expanding what's possible when it comes to high-end performance vehicles. Origin Jumpworks is a fan favorite at the IAE, and this year's lineup is sure to impress. When attempting to design a new addition to their roster, Origin engineers have looked for inspiration from a variety of sources. For example, when initially brainstorming designs that would ultimately become the X1, engineering director Alberto Vera looked to musical notes to dictate the potential shape language of the open canopy racer.
Okay, that's kind of weird and pretentious, but okay. Kind of explains why these ships look the way they do. The 125A, I've never flown this one before. The fighter variant. I assume it's a good ship. I do like that, like it in black. That's nice. And here we have the Origin invisible ship. What the hell? Not sure what's going on here. What is this? The 135C. Well, can't even click on it to rent it. Well, you can see the interior. That's weird. Okay. I might make some of the videos that I mentioned about some of the ships that we've seen after the last day of this, because we'll get one more chance to rent all these again. Because I want to have time to actually go out and do things with them. Oh my, they got the 400i here. I haven't actually seen this in game yet. So I'm definitely going to rent. I'm going to take a look at it while we're here. Take a little tour of it since I'm unfamiliar with it. I think the 400i's a really cool looking ship. I wonder how much they're going to charge for it in the game though. Because the 600i is what, almost like 10 million. The 890 Jump is like 32 million. I would think it'd be like somewhere in the 5-6 range, maybe. What do we got here? 350R. I've flown the 300i, but I've never flown the other of the 300 series. I know that there's like a fighter variant, racer variant, and stuff like that. Sorry, I didn't notice. Yeah, this is the racing one. Really cool looking. And I guess this is the 325A. Yep, this is the combat variant. Interdiction, it says, but yeah. Don't have a whole lot to say about the 300 series. I had a 300i in the game pre-315, and it was just a solid ship. I was able to do some pretty tough bounties with it. Obviously, you can do box missions and stuff like that. I'm not much for PvP, so I can't speak to that. 315p. 315p, the Pathfinder. Huh. But yeah, they're good-looking ships, and the interiors are really nice. I'll show you on the 300i here. So yeah, they're not huge on the inside, but oh, hello. Got a little bathroom off to the side, really nice cockpit, and I really like this back area, especially when you're out in space. This is amazing, being able to look out the top like this. Got your little kitchen, you got a bed. Not sure, can you open this stuff? No. But yeah, they're not terribly expensive in game. I don't actually remember how much it was. Okay. So, let's have a look at this 400i. It's a really interesting... I mean, the 890 Jump already looked like a boat, like a big yacht. Obviously, it is called the Super Yacht, but this one especially. So, how do we get in? It's all new to me. So, we can use the cargo bay. It would stop asking me if I want to rent it. What do we got here? Okay, elevator access. Ramp access. No, stop asking me to rent it. There we go. All right. Have a look. Got an airlock off to the side. Oh, that's really cool. You got like the gravity generator or whatever right up in the nose. That's actually really, really cool. I like that. Got some weapon racks on the side. Looks like, what do we got? Some armor lockers or something. Yep. Seems to be. Airlock. All right. Going back. Whoa, what is, this is an interesting looking room. It's almost like a little laboratory, even though it's, components. Huh. Interesting how they got it divided up like this. I like that. Shield generator, cool. What is this? Elevator, okay, let's not do that yet. Ladder going up, let's go further back. Cargo hold, nice. Elevator, you could probably fit, I mean, you could fit Greycats and stuff. You might be able to fit a Cyclone on this or something. It's not terribly wide, but you could fit some stuff on there. Component access, like escape pods. It's a nice little cargo bay. I'm not sure what the SCU is on this thing, but yeah. All right, let's go back and up the elevator. So we're on the technical deck. Let's go to the HAB deck. You stop that. Okay, so never mind. Let's use the ladder since elevator's not cooperating. This has been happening lately on some... Okay, there we go. Want to maybe... Oh, I like the bridge. Got a few support seats or co-pilot seats. It's got really, really good visibility. I really like that. Very simplistic up here, but it's very clean. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. All right. Further back, we got a bathroom off to the side. And whoa. And these glitches. Okay, off to the side we got some bedrooms, or a single bedroom with a few beds. Some lockers. Gonna assume the other side, yeah, captain's quarters. Oh, the captain's got himself a nice office here. No bathroom, but hey, it's a nice little, nice quarters in here. All right. Oh, we got a little version of like the cartography map table thing. You can see the turret from here too. That's cool. I like this open area in the back. It's nice. So we got a kitchen right here. Got a little seating area. This is nice. It's like, I mean, it really does remind me of just a smaller version of the 890 Jump. But, yeah, I like it. What are these? Not sure what these do. Oh, it's lighting. Okay. Interesting that they got that. I think that's about it for in here. This is really tripping me out. Elevators and or ladders in a weird place. That looks like that just about does it for the interior. I like it. Definitely going to try to get one with Alpha UEC whenever it becomes available to purchase in the verse. Yeah. Not really sure what else to say. It's really cool. See if there's another hall. If not, we'll go down to Hologram Land. Okay, yeah, that does it for the hall, so let's see if they got anything down below. Okay, we got something else down below here. What is this? So, the M50 Interceptor. I've never flown this one. Gonna have to fly it a little bit. I've fought plenty of these things in bounty hunting missions, but very sporty looking. Just a nimble little ship. Isn't it technically a racing ship? Hold on. Yeah. I never understood the practical uses of the racing ships, but I mean, I guess they're just really fast. Not real familiar with them, or if people actually race them or not. And we got another one over here. Okay, yeah, and this one is the 85X. Touring Focus. Okay. Another one I've never flown or never rented or bought before. Not a whole lot to say. It looks like a fun little ship. A little bit more interested in what they might have in here, though. Aha. So, unfortunately, they only have one thing in here. I think I've looked at these before, but these are some of the new rovers that are coming out. Looks like one is anti-aircraft. They're really bizarre looking. I'm not sure if I like them or not, to be honest. I guess we'll have to see whenever they actually get into the game. I'm actually kind of surprised they're not already. The Origin G12A. The G12A combines military might with Origin's unique approach to high-end engineering. Designed for all offensive ground-based operations, it's the ideal partner for long-range perimeter patrols, intercepting assailants and exploring dangerous new locales. Oh, so this is the combat variant. Okay, so the one I saw before was probably just the transport version. Interesting. Okay, well that'll pretty much do it for Origin Day. Like I said, I might make videos with some of these ships that I've not made videos on before when I'm able to rent them on the last day, which I might do one on like the 890 Jump or something and like try to actually go do some stuff in it. I tend to like to do that instead of just giving a tour. But anyways, that'll do it for day 6, and tomorrow it looks like Argo Astronautics, Consolidated Outland, Greycat Industrial, and Kruger Intergalactic. So we'll be back in just a minute with that. Alright, so it is day 7, and today we should have Argo, Consolidated Outland, Greycat, and Kruger. Just got a few more minutes to wait before the hall opens up. Just figured I'd show this, one of the new armors that they put in the game. I think it's really cool. It looks like something out of like Escape from Tarkov or Stalker or something like that. It's like the Morozov armor, I think. I found a suit here at New Babbage, and there's also a few different versions over at Grim Hex, but yeah, it's pretty cool looking. Okay, it is now 8 o'clock a.m. PST. Should be open. Gotta be careful with these elevators. Okay, so it should be in the Zenith Hall, eh? See if we got any commercials first.
After eating the bear's breakfast, Goldilocks explored their house. She saw 3 chairs and wanted badly to rest her feet. But the first chair she tried was much too small. So she tried the second chair. And it was much too big. But when she tried the third chair, she found that it was just right.
You've got your crew and your ship. And the only thing that matters is getting the job done. This is your workshop, your playground, your command center. This is your multi-operator laser extractor. Argo Astronautics, building your future.
Nice. All right. Yeah, the Argo MOLE is a really cool ship. I never got to use it in multi-crew, and I never got the hang of mining solo in it, but I did have one in the game for a while. I really love the looks of it and stuff. Just never got the hang of how to use it correctly. Actually, what is this one over on the side? Is that the raft? Okay, so first things first. Take a look at the MPUVs. I'm pretty sure I've used them in videos before. And oh yeah, okay, so there was a video, it was like 3.14 Adventures or something, where I brought one of these out of a C2 to fly down to a bunker. These are cool little ships. Of course, they have the quantum drive, so you gotta pair them up with something else, but they are fun little ships to fly around in. And over here, we got the other MPUV. One is cargo, one's personnel. Yep, personnel. Okay, let me have a look at this one over here. This has got to be the raft or something. Let's see here.
If you're looking to crack into the cargo hauling market, look no further than Argo's new RAFT. This small multi-crew ship utilizes Argo's experience in the industrial ship market and a versatile design to create an affordable entry-level ship that's ready for the long haul.
And over here we got the Argo MOLE. Multi-crew miner, really cool ship. I'll walk around in the MOLE here just to show you it real quick if you're interested. If you already know it, go ahead and use the chapters to bypass this part. If I can get the dang elevator to go down. There we go. I really like the interiors of the Argo ships. All right. So back here we got some engineering and components and stuff like that. Let me out of the elevator, thanks. In the back here, jump drive and all that stuff. Fairly small area down here. What's the side? Side compartment. It's like we got a armor storage. Off to the side, here's one of the stations for. I know there's multiple mining heads, but I've only ever used the main mining head, so that's probably what that is. Going out, I'm gonna guess that there's a similar bay on the other side. Yep, these have got to be the mining laser operators on the side. So let's go up one floor. It's not real big on the inside, but I do like it a lot. And in here we got the crew quarters, another area I really like. Very basic and, you know, utilitarian. Pretty cool. I believe back here we got, yeah, crew bunks, some suit storage, and I believe this is a restroom. Yep, bathroom, shower, and all that. So, going back forward. And we're into the main area. This is like, not sure if it's like ore refining or something like that. I don't think this is a refinery ship. But, yeah, so I'm not exactly sure what these are for. But anyways, going forward from there, got the main cockpit, pilot and co-pilot seat. Really good visibility out of here. It's a really good ship to fly. It feels really nice to fly this. And then if you go down, this is the problem with solo mining, is you got to get set up and then you have to go down the ladder. And then forward into the main laser operator seat right here. You know, on second thought, maybe I'll take a look around at the raft while I'm here. I just really want to see it. But yeah, that basically does it for the MOLE. Pretty basic, but it's a cool ship. Hopefully one day I can do some multi-crew mining in it. It's been a while since I've done mining, actually. I just really like the looks of these ships. They're very purpose-built. I hate to use the word utilitarian again, but that's what it is. Hey. Let me up there. I want to see it. Oh, wait. Lower deck. Okay. So, what? Elevator got stopped in a weird spot. Okay, lower deck. Let's go towards the back. Oh, I like the crew area. This is a nice little kitchen area. Got a few bunks. Got a window, even. And off to the side, we got a restroom and some suit storage. Probably some escape pods, not entirely sure. So, going forward, what do we got off to the side? Airlock, right? Looks like you get to the bridge from down here. Again, nice bridge. I like it. I like the design a lot. It almost reminds me of like a Drake design, but less dirty, which is fine. Go up to the top deck. Kind of surprised there's not also a ladder. Okay. Alright, deck 2 engineering. What do we got up here? Nothing else up here? So this is just components and engines, I'm gonna guess. Let's go back. It's not a huge cargo hauler, but I like it a lot. Okay, so now we got components. It looks like the cargo pods are kind of external. Okay, there's a ladder down. We'll check that in just a minute. And we got, what is this? Support station in the back overlooking the cargo. That's pretty cool. You can see the pods out there. So yeah, it's like the cargo is totally external on this one, I guess, which is interesting. That makes it kind of modular. So where does this, that's pretty much it for up here. So where's this ladder go? Just back down by the airlock? Oh, whoops. Okay, yeah. This is the room by the bathroom. Sorry, man. Yep. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Okay, well, yeah, it's pretty basic, but I really like that. It's cool that it's kind of smaller, but it still has the 2 decks. It's got everything you need in it. I like it. I think I'll probably go make a video hauling some cargo or something in that thing. All right, so looks like the halls over there are closed, so let's go over this way. Okay, we got some Deltas, we got a Nomad. I've already made a video on the Nomad. If you're curious about that ship, during the expo right now, everyone has one for free. They're great little ships, especially for like a starter ship. So we got some Mustangs. I am not real familiar with these. I think I've flown the Mustangs before, but I don't really remember. There's just a lot of fighters like this. The racing version, the Gamma. They're cool looking ships. It's just not a whole lot to talk about for me. Mustang Beta. This one is the Pathfinder variant. I suspect it's probably got a better quantum drive in it or something like that. Right? No need to rent the Nomad. The Nomad is awesome how it has these like magnetic or like maglev landing gear. Like when you're landed, it floats like this. It's kind of cool. But yeah, like I said, I have a dedicated video on the Nomad where I go do some stuff in it and give a good tour of it if you're interested. I know one of these has some rockets on it that are pretty mean. Or just unique. Light freight version. Okay. And gonna guess the Delta is the one with the rockets. I believe they're like Jericho rocket pods or something. I've seen people use them on other ships before, but yeah, okay. So I'm gonna guess that the other ones are probably down below. Okay, yeah, that seems to be it for the halls upstairs. Let's go down. Okay, we got some rocks. I haven't actually tried the Rock DS yet. Is that what this is? Yeah. I've heard some people say it's bugged. I'm not sure how, but this is like the... I thought this was a 2-person variant. Oh yeah, there's a seat on the side too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I've never driven one of those, but I've, of course, used the regular Rock before. The Rocks are just a lot of fun, loading these up into a, you know, a medium ship and deploying them and mining. It's a fun time to me. And we got the little Greycat, classic. I actually already own one of these, and I've used them a few times in videos. They're fun little golf carts. What do we got here?
Greycat Industrial holds the distinction of having the most ever vehicles at a single IAE, when in 2926, a 1,000 buggy parade was driven through the streets of Severus. The highlight was when all of the buggies sounded their horns together to play a rendition of the Imperial Anthem.
Nice. What do we got over here? Gonna guess Kruger stuff? Yep. Got the Merlin and probably the Archimedes, I guess. I've flown these before. This is the Archimedes. These are usually paired with constellations. Like, I actually don't know if it's the P-72 or the 56. I'm not actually even sure of the difference with them, but they're fun little ships. Marginally useful on bounty hunting. I haven't had a lot of luck with them because they run out of ammo really fast. Of course, you could probably swap for a laser weapon, but it's still fun undocking these and docking them from a constellation. Anyways, let's go see if we got anything in the displays. Oh, what in the world is this? I like the looks of it already. Oh, that's really cool looking. This is my kind of ship. But what is this these stupid NPCs would stop standing in front of the information screens. I think that might be the Vulture, the salvage ship. Let's see. Get out of the way, man. Oh no, it's not. It's the Argo SRV. Stupid NPCs, get the f out of here. When it comes to getting the job done, Argo doesn't mess around. From simple freight and cargo towing to harrowing search and rescue operations, the SRV handles whatever you can throw at it. The bespoke tractor system utilizes an innovative plate and arm combination, allowing for effortless solo use as well as precision team towing for bigger jobs. Your crew and passengers stay safe too, thanks to durable shields and heavy-duty armor that keep the cockpit and components secure when the situation gets hairy. Interesting. I like that. Industrial civilian focused. I have never actually even heard of this one, but I like the idea of it. Pretty wild looking up here. Nice. Another one to look forward to. And what in the world is this? This is pretty damn cool. Oh, is this... This looks similar to one I saw the other day, but I don't think it is what I saw the other day. What is this? I like the looks of it. The CO Pioneer. Oh, the construction ship. Right, this one I really wanted to see how it works. After their auspicious debut with the Mustang, Consolidated Outland has gone and changed the game again with the reveal of the Pioneer. This self-contained mobile construction yard is capable of creating planetary modular structures, ushering a new wave of aspiring colonists to customize their new homes on the frontier. So I suspect if and when we ever get the player bases and stuff on planets, this would come in handy to set those up. That's very interesting. This is one I definitely want to mess with whenever it shows up. As fun as like fighting and stuff like that is, I tend to like ships like this more. Like cargo and utility ships and stuff like that. Anyways, cool. Okay, and that'll basically do it for day 7. Tomorrow is day 8, which is Drake Interplanetary, I think. So we'll get the Caterpillar and stuff like that. I miss my Caterpillar. Alright, so I'll see you back in a minute for Drake Day. Alright, Drake Day. Let's go see some commercials and see what they got up there. I'm familiar with pretty much all the Drake ships. I've owned, I think, all of them at one time or another with Alpha UEC. Okay, so Apex. And the Caterpillar is one of my favorite ships in the game. It's one I'm definitely going to buy again once I get enough Alpha UEC. So far, I've only bought an Arrow and a Freelancer Max with my money, but I'll definitely get a Caterpillar.
Ready to learn more about the manufacturers and ships on display? The all-new 2951 IAE immersive audio experience is the perfect way to get more info about why adventurous pilots across the universe dare to fly. choice is the 2951 I-80. Dare to fly.
You can stop right there. This claim is ours. I'll make this easy for you. Leave now, or we kill you. I might be either way.
What's the name on our overhead?
You discover the craft of your dreams and the one I was the first man to test it.
The time has come for something new. Something to change the game. When seeking fortunes at the fringes of civilization, you need someone you can trust. In this age of uncertainty, it's time to take back your strength. It's time to release the Kraken. Drake Interplanetary, we got your back. In a dangerous galaxy, who can you trust to watch your back? Drake's Cutlass Blue lets you take the law into your own hands. With all the attitude you expect from a Cutlass. Formidable suppression options offering a range of lethality. Supercharged thrusters, plus an integrated quantum dampener and onboard containment system. The Cutlass Blue. Bad news for the bad guys. Only from Drake.
All right. Yeah, that Kraken commercial, I think has been around for a while. I know I've seen it before. Who knows how long it's going to be before that's in the game, though. It looks like we've got a bunch of Cuddies and a Herald and a Buccaneer out here. I really like the Herald. It's just that its gameplay loop is not in the game yet, really. It's a data runner. I've done a video dedicated to the Drake Herald before, if you're interested in seeing a more in-depth look at this ship. It's not got a lot of use right now, but it's a really unique ship, and it's a lot of fun to fly around. It's like a Hind or something. Anyways, over here we got the Drake Buccaneer. Really, really fun fighter ship. I have a lot of fun using this one. I was gonna get this one or the Arrow, and I ended up getting an Arrow because it was cheaper, and I was impatient. I'm talking with Alpha UEC, but the Buccaneer is a ton of fun. You can carry a ton of firepower on it. And it's got this standard crazy Drake design of huge engines on it. It looks nuts. A lot of people don't like Drake ships, but I like every Drake ship that I've flown so far. People consider them trashy and stuff, but I like the look of them. Here's our good old standard Cuddy Black. I think, this is the blue. I'll show you the differences between the Cuddies. Actually, real quick, I figure I'll show you what the inside of the Herald looks like, in case you don't feel like going and watching a different video right now. Kinda dark in here. But as you can see, it's got this compact cabin with all this tech in it. It's got a little support seat right here. Tons of computer racks and stuff like that. Bed in the back, toilet on the side, some weapon racks, and your cockpit. It looks more impressive all lit up, but we just don't have its gameplay loop in the game yet. So apart from the cockpit difference with the blue, you've also got the red and blue police lights on it. And as they said in the commercial, it's got a quantum dampening drive, or whatever you want to call it. So on the inside, you get a smaller back area here where you can put like a Greycat or something. And you got these prison cells that are actually like stacked up. I imagine they would like maybe rotate or something. Supposedly these are for live bounties, where you can like take people that are alive prisoner and stuff them in here, because this is made for like law enforcement and bounty hunting and stuff like that. Not sure how realistic that's gonna be that we do that, but anyways, I got some weapon racks. Most of the habitation areas in the Cuddies are the same. Got there's a turret right here, some beds, weapon racks, storage lockers. I believe the only one that's different up there is the Cuddy Red. Now, the Cuddy Red is going to be much more viable now with our medical gameplay. Cutlass Black is pretty, this thing is like the Swiss Army knife of the verse, which I've said before. It can do a little bit of everything. So you got a big area back here where you can shove a rock or some other ground vehicles or carry some cargo and stuff. Get these nice big doors on the side. And going forward, it's basically the same over here as the Cutlass Blue. But the Cuddy Black, especially if you're new to the game, I can't recommend it enough as a ship to shoot for, to get first. It's like 1.4 million alpha UEC, but you can do a little bit of everything in this, especially with the right weapons. You can do good in PvP, or PvE, pardon me, and you can haul some cargo, you can haul some vehicles. It's just a great all-around ship to have. And here we have the Cutlass Red, the medical variant. Of course, like the blue, it's got this little area in the back, and then inside you got these medical beds on either side, which you can set as respawn points. It's the smallest ship in the verse that actually has medical mobile respawn points, which is pretty great. You got a few bunks in the back instead of weapon racks. And then on this one up here, instead of a turret, there is a bathroom. So yeah, definitely not as combat focused, but I've done actually quite a bit of PvE with the Cutlass Red. If you're playing solo and you don't have anyone on the turret anyways, you might as well take it. You can put 4 weapons on the front, so. Anyways, here is the famous Caterpillar. I really miss the Caterpillar. Oh, I haven't been renting these, hold on. So again, I've made a few dedicated videos on the Caterpillar before. If you'd rather see like a more in-depth look at the Caterpillar, actually using it to haul cargo and stuff, I've done a few of those on my channel. This thing is just one of my favorite ships in the game. Especially if you change the, it's got some really cool extra paints for it. One of the paints you have to beat Pirate Swarm for. And then there is a few others, including a polar paint, which I have, even though I don't actually own the ship. This is just a great cargo hauler, and for the cost compared to other ships, it's a lot of bang for your buck if you're into cargo hauling. It's got 576 SCU, which is less than the C2, but it's also over $1 million cheaper than the C2. So I think this is like 4.3 or 4, or actually it's like 4.6 million, so I'm a little bit wrong about that. But still, considering the price, it carries a ton of cargo. And I'll give you a look around in it. If you are already familiar with this, you can, go ahead and skip ahead. But if you've never seen this, I want to show you. It's not got a huge interior. Just, it's just meant for cargo. Unless you count the cargo pods up front, of course. So, going up the elevator, around the back, this loops around the engineering access, into the engine rooms and stuff like that. Components, support station, ladder going up. Turret access here. And you can also, this is where we get upstairs, so go back there in a minute. Going forward from the elevator room, we have a little crew area over here, which I really like. Just a little like picnic table, a few bunks, and basic stove, sink, restroom right there. And then going forward from there, we get into the cargo pods, which there are a bunch of. They're open right now. These are usually shut, but there are several of these cargo modules. The one thing you can't really do with this ship is load vehicles into it, which is kind of weird, but I guess it's not really meant for that. I guess you could try, but of course the cargo pods have 2 levels and stuff like that. And now we're out the front. It opens up pretty wide out the front, but there's no like ramp to get a vehicle up here. I have had a lot of fun hauling cargo with this thing in a lot of different runs. Definitely one of my favorite ships in the game. Now, going upstairs, off to our right, we have this really cool cockpit that is the, the tractor beam operator unit here, which is great. Although the tractor beam doesn't work yet, but this is a really cool place to hang out when you're like quantum driving or quantum traveling or something like that. At some point, the tractor beam will do its thing, but yeah. Further back from here, we have the power plant access. Pretty big. Got jump drive access. This is kind of like the second level of engineering over here. There's that ladder. Server access off to the side. Okay, I kind of lost myself somehow. Okay, wait, here we go. And then you have EVA access out this door right here. Like to take a walk in space, you can do it right there. This just leads to the upper levels of the cargo modules. And going further up, we get to the bridge. So the bridge has a few support seats in the back here. Then here's your pilot and co-pilot seat. I really like this cockpit. It's interesting how the cockpit sits off to the side of the ship. It takes a little getting used to flying it, but once you figure it out, this thing is really easy to fly for how big it is. At the back of the bridge, you have a ladder going down. And this is like the captain's quarters and stuff like that. You got a bathroom, shower, stoves and sinks, a couple bunks, pilot and co-pilot, I guess. And then we have another tractor beam operator station right here. Yeah, and that basically does it for the Caterpillar. So let's get back out onto the floor. Okay, halls 4 and 5 are closed. So, okay, looks like that's pretty much it for the halls. I'm gonna guess they got like the dragonflies and stuff down below. So let's go down there. Drake doesn't have a ton of ships in the game yet, but the ones they have are all good ones in my opinion. If only the Herald had some actual, you know, if its use was in the game yet, its data running purpose, gameplay loop. Nothing over here. I'm sure they got some dragonflies or something in here. Yeah, here you go. I've used these a few times. They're fun. I'm just not very good with them. I always tend to die when I tool around in these things. They're a lot of fun though. I still would prefer to get those motorcycles that we've seen so far that are actually on the ground, but hey, dragonflies are fun. Oh my. Oh, is this the Kraken that we saw in the commercial? No idea when this thing's planned to be in the game. This is the aircraft carrier. Definitely got that Drake look to it, even though it's enormous. It kind of looks like a real-world, you know, United States aircraft carrier in a way, or I guess any other country's aircraft carrier. It's hard to get a sense of scale, but look at that profile from the back. Some insane engines. All right, let's see. It's a light carrier. Okay. The Kraken is a protector and beacon of freedom in a too often cruel universe. For those tasked with safe-keeping citizens unable to protect themselves, the Kraken is both a sanctuary and self-contained war machine, ready to take on the most daunting adversaries. Drake has thrown out the rulebook to redefine private-use capital ships, attack carriers, and the very nature of personal freedom. It's nothing if not a testament to the empowerment of the people. Yeah, Drake kind of tends to pander to civilians and like pirates in a way. They're kind of just all about yeah, just selling to anyone basically. Okay. Oh, this has got to be the Vulture, right? I think this is the Vulture, the new salvage ship. So one thing I didn't mention when I was looking at the Reclaimer is it's been so long since the Reclaimer was made. They might have to rework it, depending on how. I'm sure, because surely salvage gameplay is not going to be the same as they envisioned it when they put the Reclaimer in the game. This one's probably not terribly far from being released. But yeah, this one will be good for smaller operations with salvage. Reclaimer is just kind of nuts. Yep, the Drake Vulture. Answer to no one, cut out the middleman, and throw caution to the wind. Rip wrecks like a pro and carve out your own place in the great big empty behind the stick of this rough, rugged salvage machine from Drake Interplanetary. I definitely want to use this. Of course, we need salvage gameplay, but this is something that's right up my alley right here. And what do we have? Okay, I know this one. Just can't think of the name of it. It's the one that's like weirdly asymmetrical. It's kind of cool looking just because it's so janky looking. Okay, what do we got? The Corsair. Okay, yeah, exploration. Heed the call of uncharted space and harness the spirit of exploration with the Drake Corsair, a worthy companion supporting you in battle, discovery, and delivery, wherever the winds of adventure may steer you. It is a wild-looking ship. It'll be really interesting to see this in-game. Yeah, we have a few ships in the verse that are way asymmetrical like this, but this one's definitely wild in that regard. Okay, that'll do it for Drake Day. Tomorrow is Musashi Industrial and Starflight Concern, aka MISC, one of my favorite ship manufacturers. I love the Freelancers and the Starfarers and stuff. So I'll be back in a minute with Day 9. Alright, it is MISC Day. So let's head up. Most of the MISC ships I'm pretty familiar with. In fact, I think I've owned most of them at one time or another. We're at Zenith Hall. There's a few I haven't seen or got to fly in a while that I'm going to be happy to see again. Let's go ahead and see what we got for commercials today.
Adaptability, defined as being able to adjust oneself readily to different conditions. An invaluable asset in a constantly changing universe. From the Kourei to the Sen, the Mako, and the Tana. Each model in MISC's Reliant family features advanced Shian designs. And the Reliant can acclimate to a multitude of purposes and situations. Contention, communications, discovery, and beyond. The universe we live in is always changing. Shouldn't you be? MISC Reliant.
It's nice to know there's one series of ships you can rely on. Like if the job calls for a little more cargo room, you can rest easy with double the maximum rear payload. Maybe you need to go that extra mile. 4 dedicated fuel tanks will get you there. And then some. And when you're expecting trouble on the horizon, well, even the most brazen outlaw's gonna think twice, staring down 2 tailor-made missile launchers. Whatever life throws at you, we've got you covered. MISC Freelancer. Jump for life.
Alright, well that last one was a little bit dramatic for a racing ship, but yeah. The Freelancers are some of my favorite ships in the game. If you didn't know that already. Oh, we got a Starfarer Gemini up here. Are they not going to have the regular Starfarer? Because that's the one I really like. The Gemini is more of a gunship. Okay, let's start with the small ones first. You know, I've never flown a Razor before. Never had a reason to. Guess I'll have to change that today. There's a few different versions too. I'm not very familiar with these at all. These just different paints are actually different versions. Racing. Razor LX. Luxury. Okay. Pretty small for luxury, but all right. Is this like a stealth one? The Razor EX? Yeah, okay. Again, I don't really have much to say about these. I've never flown them before, but I will today, so. And over here we got to the old reliable Prospector mining ship. Definitely the most famous of all the mining vehicles out there. It's just a great ship if you're a solo miner. I've done quite a few videos, well, a few videos mining with this thing. It can be a lot of fun. Okay, so the Starfarers. I've done a few videos on Starfarers, including this one and the regular one. I'm going to give you a look around inside of this, but I'm going to do it at the end here. So, just in case you are not familiar, have never seen the inside of a Starfarer before, this one's basically the same as the regular Starfarer in regards to interior. This one's just the military version instead of the refueling version, or like instead of the dedicated refueling version. So this one's a little more heavily armed. Anyways, got a hull open over there. Oh, I'm just going to rent this before I forget. I absolutely love the Starfarers, especially the normal Starfarer. Such a cool ship to fly around. Even if its gameplay loop with refueling isn't really in the game yet, you can still haul a lot of cargo with it. They're just fun. Alright, we got the Reliance over here. These are also some of my favorite ships. I love these things. I used to have them all bought with Alpha UEC in the game. I'm most familiar with the Sen, which is actually the science version, but the Tana and the Core can both be outfitted to be pretty mean fighters. I'll show you. This one's also quite unique because this is like a broadcasting ship. Reliant Mako, say it differently, reporting. I'll show you the insides of these to show you how different they look. I love the cockpits on these things. I still say they look like some sort of prototype aircraft from World War II or something. I love it. They're pretty inexpensive and they're just really good little ships. They usually have a little living area in them and stuff. I could just get the dang ramp to access. Oh no, I can't get the ramp to open. Hold on, let me come back to that one. Let me see if they're all messed up. Here we got the Sen. This is the first Reliant I ever owned, the light science one. Of course, its gameplay loop isn't in yet, but it's pretty cool on the inside. I guess you kind of saw the interiors. Oh, this one's open. So yeah, I really like the Sen. It's got a little science station off to the side and whatever this thing is right here. And then you got a couple bunks, which is really good for box missions, dumping boxes there. Even got a little bathroom. And the cockpits on these are great. The visibility is insane. But yeah, I really, really like the Sen. I'll probably buy another one as soon as I get Alpha UEC. And you can arm it up pretty well, too. Not as much as some of the other Sens, or Reliance, but I don't know why this one's not opening. So let me just describe it to you. Basically, where the little science station was in there, there's like a desk with a bunch of monitors. And this thing has a gimbal-mounted camera on it, so it's kind of made for, you know, reporting, like recording stuff. People use them for like following races and stuff like that. It's mostly just a for fun utility for these, for that one. Okay, which one is this? Paint schemes are kind of... Okay, the Tana. So this one is the fighter variant. The cool thing about the Reliance is you can swap out a lot of parts between them. They're very interchangeable. And I can't remember if it's this one or the Core, but one of them you can really load up with weapons. So the Tana in the back has just got some like weapon and armor lockers on the side. Bathroom, couple bunks. So yeah, they basically swap out whatever's over here. So this one is the Core. The light freight variant. This one is much more opened up. I wonder if you could fit like a Greycat PTV in here. But anyways, yeah, this one holds a little more freight. This one's great for running boxes if you're into that. Does not have any beds or anything like that, any bathrooms. So it's basically just opened up as much as possible. But yeah, all right. The other hull over here is closed, so we'll go back across the main floor, and we should be into the Freelancer room. I've done quite a few videos on the Freelancers, but I'll show you around the insides of them real fast, just to give you a rundown on how they're different if you're unfamiliar. When I first got into this game, I think it was somewhere around 3.8 or 9, or somewhere around that time. everyone had a free regular freelancer, and I fell in love with the freelancers. I actually already bought a freelancer max with alpha aUEC in the game. I just missed having a freelancer around. Okay, so we have the standard one, which is the cheapest, and it is just all around a excellent ship. You can haul some vehicles in the back, you can haul some cargo, it can put up a mean fight. I can't recommend the freelancers enough. Especially if something like a Cuddy Black is not your thing, the freelancers are great. So this one in the back, you got a turret up top. It's a little more narrow and long back here. And then you go forward and you have like a secondary little SCU cargo spot right there. Now the forward section on all the freelancers is pretty much the same. You got on your left, you got like a little drink apparatus there, and on your right, you got like a fold-out toilet, shower, and all that. So there's a little screen here that does I don't know what. There's an exit out the left, and then you got 4 bunks for crew. And going forward, you have a couple support seats, pilot and co-pilot seat. I love the cockpits on these things. But yeah, the front section is all the same with these. And so here we have the Freelancer DUR. This is it's the exploration variant. Oh, excuse me, expedition variant. You know what I mean though. Aside from its unique paint job, it's got these, I guess they're sensors or something up on the front, not really sure. And it's got these extra fuel tanks hanging off the engines, which is pretty cool. And going into the back, kind of a similar look back here, but it's a little shorter in terms of cargo. Because you have like a, pretty sure this is supposed to be like a, I mean, it's something to do with fuel. It's like a refinery or something like that. Someone pointed out exactly what it was for in one of my videos in the past, and I can't quite remember, but it's fuel related. Then ahead of that, you got the same little cargo spot, same front. Not gonna rent the MISC because I flew over here in one. The MISC is, pardon me, the Max. I love the Max because of how wide it is. I love the look back there. It's like a car from the 50s or something. And this one is obviously the cargo variant. It's got these monster landing gear on either side too. Got a turret up top. Got this nice wide back. Fit a good amount of cargo in here. Forward from that, just a little compartment here. The little extra SCU. And then the front. It's got, this one's a really fun cargo runner. And just an awesome looking ship. I like the default paint job it comes with too. It reminds me of like something from the Clone Wars and Star Wars or something. Anyways, over here we have the MISS, which is the gunship variant. This thing holds a ton of missiles. It can be pretty mean in a fight, although be warned, the freelancers are a little sluggish to fly around, the Max especially. But this thing comes with a ton of missiles. Can't exactly remember how many, but it is formidable in a fight. Got that military green paint going on. And in the back, you still got a little cargo area here. But going forward, you have storage for more missiles and stuff in here. And again, little SCU spot in the same front. This is probably the Freelancer I flew the least, but it's still a really good ship. I tended to use them for things that weren't combat primarily, so I didn't get as much use out of the MISS, but it is still main. Okay, let's go back to the main hall, and I'm going to show you around the Starfarer Gemini real fast. So if you're already familiar with that and you don't want to see the tour, go ahead and skip to the chapter after that. Okay, so on the back you got these massive fuel tanks, and it looks like someone already lowered the ramp back here. It's unique how the ramp is kind of up under it, like this, pretty far in. So, going into the back, you got a good-sized cargo bay. You can hold a good amount of SCU, even in the Gemini. It's actually a second level to it, but let's go forward real fast. So, up here you've got, I think these are supposed to be like escape pods or something like that. We've never been able to open them, but anyways, there's like a way out right here. Docking collar. Basically it for in here. This one's really cool. Both the Starfarers are really cool when you load cargo because they fill up on these different grids here. Just stack in a kind of unique way. Got a bunch of seats down here if you want to haul a bunch of people. You can obviously fit some vehicles in here. But let's go up. So you have this area overlooking the cargo bay, and straight out the back, this is an airlock. And this is really cool right here because you can walk around outside while you're flying on this thing. If these had a utility, you could maybe mess with them or whatever. But it's really cool coming out here in flight in this Starfarer and the regular one. One of the more unique kind of areas of a ship I've ever seen. Back in, and as you can see, this little balcony just looks over the cargo bay. Going around to the right here. Oh, I always do that. There's a ladder going up, one of the engineering areas. Further in, you have another little station here, and that will lead you to the bridge. So let's go ahead and look at that. Got escape pods in here. And up here we got the bridge. It's still got that kind of freelancer look to the bridge. It's just way larger. So we got some support seats on either side. You even got a captain seat here, which you can't fly from, but it's kind of cool. Pilot and co-pilot seat. I wish these things were powered up so we could see a little better. But back out into the cargo bay and around will lead you up. And I believe this is the engineering or technical deck right here. There's an elevator through here, or ladder, which will bring you up to the hab deck area. But anyways, in here, there's like a central area right there, but going straight back leads you... Oh yeah, this thing also has these cool little hidey holes on the side. In fact, I think on the other side it actually connects to another room that way. But this is going back down one of the wings. More escape pods here. As we go back, we're little hidey holes. And this is where you get into a turret right here. This is the exact same on the other side, which you can see across to the other wing from here. Okay. Going back in, kind of in the center area here, we got a little engineering area with, I think, the gravity generator. Not exactly sure. This loops around and goes back out down the wing. And back here, we got one of these other areas I'm kind of unsure about what it's supposed to be used for. Loop around. And if you immediately turn right out of that room, you've got, it would open, another little area with some engine components of some sort in here. That leads back down the other wing. Escape pods. So let's go forward a little bit. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah. You can crawl through there if you want to go up to one of the rooms ahead. As you can see, exits there. Just another little engineering area with ladder going up, ladder going down. You always grab them on accident. Let's go forward and take a lift up. Okay, someone else is using it, so it's a ladder. Okay, so now we're in the habitation area, and there's a turret access right here. See other lift on the other side. And off to the side and around, we got crew restrooms, which I don't know why they're not opening. I could have sworn they opened. Anyways, crew bathrooms in here. Crew bunks in here. I really like these areas, how they have these little windows. You can hold quite a good amount of crew. Back out into the central area. And we got, I don't know why the table's down in this one. Usually there's a table here. It's, this whole thing's a little brighter on the regular Freelancer, or Starfarer. This is all like sheet metal and stuff, but you got this really cool skylight. There's supposed to be a kitchen table here. I'm not sure why it's down. And you got your kitchen. Over to the side, we got the captain's quarters, which he doesn't have a chair, so that's always nice. But this is where it would be. And the captain's bunk, and captain's bathroom, shower. And off to the side, I can't remember what this is. Okay. It's like some storage areas and components and ladder going back down. Okay, that basically does it for the interior tour of this thing. Okay, it appears we're done on the halls up here, so let's go see some holograms. No ground vehicles on the side here, and none over here either. Okay. Oh, is this the... I just saw something about this. I think this is the Odyssey or something. I really love the looks of this. It's very MISC looking, which I love. I don't actually know a ton about this, but I love the looks of it. The MISC Odyssey Exploration. Survey distant frontiers and explore the furthest reaches of space with the MISC Odyssey, the most advanced and complete exploration ship available to civilians. Designed to be supremely self-sufficient, the Odyssey comes with an onboard refinery with built-in mining tech, expansive capacity for supplies, and a hangar capable of housing a small ship, along with comprehensive, comfortable accommodations for a crew of 7. This is absolutely right up my alley. This is my jam right here. I'm sure it's going to be super expensive, and it's probably not going to be around for a while. But, I love it. And, whoa. I feel like I know what this is, but at the same time, wow. What in the world? I like how they have the jets, like, on. What is that thing lurking around the side? Is that like a catwalk? Okay, what is this? Oh, right, the Endeavor. Okay, so we're not seeing the full picture here. This thing is supposed to be... Is this the one that's supposed to be modular and you can have like the biodomes and stuff like that on it? Musashi Industrial and Starflight Concern is proud to present the Endeavor-class research vessel, a fully modular space platform designed to be adapted for a variety of scientific and medical tasks. Initially developed as a floating laboratory, the MISC Endeavor can be outfitted for everything from spatial telescopy, brain fart, to use as a mobile hospital. Yeah, I've seen some concept photos of this with a bunch of different things on it, and this is so cool to me. Again, this is right up my alley. Can't wait to see more on this in the future. A lot of ships today. Oh, the whole series. Here's another one I'm really excited about. Not sure which one this is, but I'm really excited to get the whole series into the game. There's a few different variants of it, different sizes and whatnot. Got that classic MISC look. Nice. The front on this one almost looks like a Cylon Raider from Battlestar Galactica in the front. Now let's see which one it is. The hull A. Okay, this is the smallest one. The smallest, most affordable hull. The hull A is great for those just striking out in the galaxy on their own. The hull A is most similar to the Aurora and Mustang, but lacks the jack-of-all-trades nature. Where others trade cargo capacity for firepower or speed, the hull is a 100% on-mission transport. I believe these go all the way up to hull E, which has some sort of absurd amount of SCU. But I'm definitely interested in the hull series. I can't remember. I was looking at one of the hulls that I really liked, and I think it was like the C or D. Maybe it was the B. I don't know. It wasn't the A and it wasn't the E. I know that. Anyways. Also very excited. And this has got to be one of the other hulls, right? This thing is wild looking. I love these things. So cool. It's wild how they got the cargo hanging off the side like that. I love it. Let's see what it looks like back here. Big engines on it. Okay. Yeah, the hull C. Okay. Often called the most common ship in the galaxy, the hull C is the most produced of the range and is considered to be, by many, to be the most versatile. Intended to hit the sweet spot between the smaller single-person transports and the massive super freighters that make up the rest of the range, the hull C offers the expansive modularity of the larger ships while still retaining a modicum of maneuverability allowed the low end of the range. That was a weird sentence. Yeah, so right in the middle. And of course, I think you can go up 2 more from that. Awesome. Well, all the ships down here today I'm really excited about. Shame it's probably going to be a while before we start seeing them, but you never know. All right, and that will do it for day 9, the MISC day. Tomorrow is day 10, and it's the Best in Show weapons and armor. They're going to have some ships out, probably with some unique skins or something like that. and all the ships that were previously on display will start being rentable, and it's going to stay that way for the next 3 or 4 days after that. Anyways, I'll be back with you in just a moment for Best in Show Day. Alright, so, Best in Show Day. Not exactly sure what they've got out in the halls, but we'll see. Okay, Apex. See if they got any commercials. I'm not sure. There's no specific aircraft or spacecraft brand today, so we'll see. Okay, sorry guys. I don't know what's going on with that screen, but the audio is absolutely going nuts, so I'm just gonna have to skip those. Anyways, oh, huh. The Best in Show paints are blue. That is interesting looking. Oh, especially on the C2 right there. Wow, that is very, very blue. It looks kind of weird on the 600i. Wow. It looks alright. Not really my favorite paint, but that's just my opinion. Oh, I can rent the Best in Show editions, huh? Okay, so we got the Argo MPUV in blue. Interesting. Definitely more of a fan of its regular color, but hey. It looks... I don't know how to feel about these paints. It kind of looks cool, but at the same time, that's kind of just weird. It definitely looks weird on the 600i, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't like it for this one. But I'll rent it anyways. And then we got a blue MSR. Also not really my favorite color. Okay, so these are all ships we've seen before. Just wanted to get a look at what these looked like with the paints. I kind of like it on the C2. It's not too bad on this one. Look at it from over here. Yeah, it doesn't look right on the 600i. I don't like it. And there you have it. Hall 2 and 3 are closed. Okay, it looks like all the other halls are actually closed, so let's see what they got down below. What is this? Displays for medical items, okay. And Star Citizen being Star Citizen. Yeah, so this is all the new medical tech and stuff like that. There's all the different medicines and stuff. I haven't actually tried out anything other, well, than the regular med pen. So I'm not really sure what most of these do yet. Whenever I get a Cutlass Red again, I'll probably familiarize myself with this stuff. Okay, there's the terminals for the ship rentals. That's some weapons, cool. Grenade launchers, railguns, LMGs. Where's the FS9? Sniper rifles. I really love the ATSCAV sniper. Some shotguns, rifles. I actually totally forgot about the S71 or whatever that is right there. SMGs and pistols. I actually do need a weapon. Okay, I've got custodian ammo on me already, so. Cool to see all the weapons out, though. They are missing the FS9. But anyways, maybe it's over here. Alright. So you can see what they did with the Pembroke armor. I think it looks really cool now. This is the one for dealing with really high temperatures. And of course the Aero armor. This is the color for like when you buy Aero armor at Crusader, it's that color. Here's the color you can buy here. Yeah, they got some new suits in the game. This one right here. This stuff. This, you can find a special version of this one, the Artemex armor, at a few security depots, or at least one security depot that's actually got Hurston logos on it. It looks cool in white, too. Yeah, just the Morozov armor. I think that stuff's awesome. Okay, well, pretty much the highlight of this is going to be renting the ships. Not a whole lot on display today, but I'm just going to rent everything again. I don't care. Well, I get to rent the Hammerhead. again. So I'm going to try to do a video with the hammerhead. It's going to be kind of hard to do with just me, but I'll at least, you know, give a tour, maybe try docking or something. Because I forgot to cover this one when it was actually on display. Anyways, that will do it for today's part of the expo. Not a whole lot on display today, but this is drawing towards the end, of course. I'm not exactly sure what the next few days are, because there's a few more days of it. It just says finale on the website. So if there's anything worth taking a look at, I will be back in just a minute with that. Alright, we are back at the Expo Center for day 11. I have no idea if there's anything unique up here or not. We'll see. Wasn't much of a description. It doesn't look like anything changed. Let me just go have a look at... okay, the Apex Hall is all that's open. Okay, so they still have the Best in Show ships up here, which I'm gonna guess they also have all the same stuff down below. Let's see. So I ended up spending a ton of money on buying armor after I stopped recording the last day. I picked up a few sets of basically everything that was down here. Also bought one of every weapon that was down here and a few of every attachment I could buy in the nearby store and a few dozen mags of every type. So yeah, I kind of wasted a lot of money, but hey. Same thing over here, I'm gonna guess the same thing over here. But they've been leaving like the same things up for 2 days, so I wonder if tomorrow it'll change to something else, or they'll just put the terminals down in the lobby or something. Yeah, okay. So since I missed a few ships on Aegis Day, I'd like to go to a hangar and pull them out, just to you know, be thorough. There was a few different Gladiuses, and then there was the Hammerhead. So I'd like to take the Hammerhead out around and show you around it, since we missed doing that. Let me just make my way back to the spaceport. I don't think I'm going to take it out and fly it, because I mean, I'm flying solo. And the Hammerhead is really just a multi-crew ship, but I will at least give you a tour of it. Okay, so one of the ships I missed on Aegis Day was the Gladius. I think I may have used the Gladius in videos before, I'm not exactly sure. It is just a really, really solid fighter. Very iconic. And I've heard some PvP players say that it's a really solid PvP ship. I wouldn't know. But it's a very good looking ship. It's a lot like a real world fighter jet. They're really, really fun to fly too, and they have an amazing startup animation. Let me show you. Alright. Actually, it feels like you're starting it up instead of just, you know, it just magically turns on. Anyways, that was one of them.
Systems offline.
And here we have the Aegis Gladius Valiant. I'm not sure this one's... Maybe there's a different loadout on it. I know it's got some different, like, visuals to it. But I don't know if this one's really a whole lot different than a regular Gladius. I can see that some of the weapons are different. Looks like it's all energy weapons. I've flown this one before, but I believe it was also a rented one. I think this one you can only buy on the store still. So I'm not exactly sure how it's different from a normal Gladius. Sometimes they show up in PvE bounties. But yeah, there's Gladius Valiant, a little bit different looking. And finally we have the Aegis Hammerhead. This is another very, very iconic ship. Very impressive. It's just a floating gun platform. Such a brutal thing to see fight when it's fully crewed. Let me see if I can get you a better view of it from above. I'm not sure I can go up high enough. But anyways, it's an absolute monster. Now, there's no pilot-controlled weapons, and I don't believe there's any missiles, so it's not something... I mean, I can fly it around, but there's no real point. Because this thing is really at peak when you have at least a few turret gunners. It's just got tons of turrets on it. I think this is one of the ships that's compatible with the new docking mechanic at stations and stuff. But I'm going to have to try that out on my own time and see how it all works. Okay, I give you a full three... Here's the cockpit, by the way. Hangs down below, which I think is really cool. I'm kind of trying to hurry so that they don't, you know, send my ship get back into storage while I'm out here. I guess let's go in the back cargo bay. I've been on this ship a few times, but I do kind of... I'm not super familiar with it, so bear with me if I get lost for a minute. Right now, this is the only ship in the game with the class of Corvette. That's for now. I believe the Perseus is going to be the next one for that. So it hangs down like this, but I imagine it's probably kind of hard to get a vehicle on this with it not going all the way to the ground. But still, it's a pretty good cargo bay. If you could figure it out, you could get an Ursa Rover, you know, Rock or something like that on here. Maybe a Nova? I don't know. And anyways, you got this crazy engine room in here, which, epilepsy warning. But it's really, really cool. Let me power it up just so that we can see better. Okay, so here's the bridge. I really love the bridge on this thing. Just how it hangs below, and it's there's really good visibility out of it. I guess we'll start from down here. This thing it handles okay considering its size, but it is kind of a pig to fly. Alright. Tons of MFDs up here and stuff. That's much better. I can actually see. Okay. Elevator up. You actually take an elevator down to the one compartment that's down below to get into the bridge. Or a ladder, but... So up here is where you'd have, you'd open the front. See, how do you even do this? I can't remember. Do I have to cycle an airlock for this? I don't actually remember how to work this thing. Maybe it only opens in docking. Anyways, that opens up, which is, I believe, how you dock it, stations and stuff like that, or, you know, easily EVA out or in. Okay, that's the elevator down to the bridge. So, down each side, got these hallways which lead to these turrets. We got one down the other way as well. Let me just go back. Never here, there's this opening in the middle of the ship for some reason. I'm not sure why, but yeah. We've got another elevator that goes outside right here. Going further back, there should be a turret off to the side. Got some escape pods over here. Yep, another turret. I always feel a little lost in this ship. Okay, going around. Got the captain's quarters, which is really cool. I like this little bunk area here. Probably a bathroom. Oh, okay, here's the bunk. Wardrobe. Bathroom. Bed. Back over here, we got, I don't actually know. Looks like an elevator, but doesn't seem to do anything. Okay, anyways, so another turret down the way there. And, sorry, I'm just getting a little lost here. Not sure what this is. Another turret right here in the middle. And what do we got over here? Okay, this is like components and stuff like that. Looks like an engineer's station. Yep. And further on back, crew quarters, I think. Yep. Quite a few crew bunks. Not sure what this is. Looks like a crew bathroom and shower. Yep. Crew toilets. It's probably a shower, right? Nope, just toilets. Bunks. Been a while since I've been in this thing. Yep. Showers. Do we have another engineering section off this side? It looks like we got an identical engineering area over here. And moving back, we return to the cargo area. Not sure what this elevator go. Wasn't actually aware there was an upper level back here. Oh, is this just okay. Yeah, another station here. Overlooking the cargo bay, which is pretty cool. Not sure about this one. Okay. Oh, yeah, there is another part to this ship. Okay. Here's the actual crew area, kitchen and all that stuff. Sorry, I'm getting a little lost. This is a pretty nice area, though. What do we got forward? Oh my. It's a void. I don't know what that is. Let's try going around the other side. Probably fine, but I didn't want to step out there just in case. Okay, back here where we'd have like food storage and stuff, I would guess. I'm a little confused about what this is over here though. Why it just opens to nothing. Is that just a glitch? Okay, just another elevator to go back down. This has been happening a lot lately with ships old and new, with doors not rendering it. I don't know. Okay, and we're back down into the main part of the ship. So unless I missed something, that pretty much does it. I mean, there was a few turrets I didn't show you with some escape pods and stuff.
We're
but
sorry. You exceeded the allotted time to depart.
Just in time.
We will have to return your ship to storage.
Okay, one more thing I forgot to mention before I get out of here is that there is a turret up the back as well. Yeah, they didn't like me hanging out in the hangar for so long. There's a bunch of people in New Babbage. So this video has turned out to be way longer than I anticipated it being. My Invictus video was nearly like an hour and a half or an hour 40 or something like that. I had no idea this was going to turn out to be a 3-hour endeavor. Now I will check back in tomorrow and the next day to see if there's anything that's different, because the hull should change, the Apex hull tomorrow. So if there is anything, I will splice in some more video. Otherwise, I hope you guys have enjoyed the event. I really enjoy stuff like this. Just being able to see all the ships and take them out and fly them for fun and stuff like that. I am going to rent everything again on the last day, just to see if there's anything I can do with them for videos. Ships that I've not really used much before. But unless I cut in again with something new, that will do it. So I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.